What's up? It's Cathay time. I'm oh boy, I'm late. All right, let's get this tournament going. Looks like sign-ups are a go. Let's refresh. A Bajorkel. What's up? Alright. Everyone should be checked in. Let's generate the bracket. Oh boy. Round one. Begin. Oh boy. Alright, and we're up against Creepero. So the goal today is to win with Grand Cathay. Seems crazy, but weirdly enough, I have like the best success with them out of like any other faction. So that's what I'm gonna be playing. Here we go. Give them the maps. You're first. All right. Oh boy, I woke up late today. I didn't have time to do everything. Looking magnificent, thank you. Yeah, I got a haircut. We got a haircut. Still gotta eat. Sorry, 1 second. Ooh, that's hot. Stop pretending moonbirds are good. Dude, moonbirds are crazy, man. Moonbirds are crazy good. If I can't win with Norska, but I can win with Grand Cathay, clearly they're the best faction in the game. Here looks magnificent, by the way. Thank you. Let's see here. My goal is to win seems crazy. Alright. It's, you know, usually, I think Cathay's like second worst win rate right now, aren't they? Yeah, they're literally the second worst win rate faction. But if I can win a tournament with them, then they have to be good. They must be. The idea here is you basically get 6 free Pit of Shades. You like long marauders? Not really. Most of my air units are the Moonbirds and the Crowmen and then the Sky Junk. I just don't have enough slots for them. Oh dang, Daniken has to drop. Rip. Alright. So he bans Rift at World's Edge. I'm Grand Cathay. What faction are you? Question mark. Vampire Coast. Ah, hell yeah. So, I guess we'll play on, let's play... Skollendir's Cave. Let's play Cave. Alright. Alright. Versus Vampire Coast. A nasty start. Should be doable though. Ooh, let me change that army blocker real quick. Huh. Looking fresh AF. Thank you. Do peasant horsemen pay for themselves? They do. They do. Let's see. I'm up against Vampire Coast. I'm gonna need a good amount of archers. Skyjunk's not worth it. Celestial General is actually probably not as worth here either. Hmm. Anyone know if I need Jade Shield for his Vampire Coast? I'm pretty sure no, right? Unless I'm putting it on the Moonbird. You know, Jade Shield on Moonbird's not the worst, right? Obviously, we're gonna run Dragon's Breath. That's very much so, is for sure. I'm gonna need something that can kill crabs. Do I have a Grand Cathay verse? I have a Grand Cathay versus Vampire Counts build. I could just take a whack load of archers. It's usually the bane of Vampire Coast. This should be a really good matchup for me. Jade shielding handguns, maybe. Hey, thank you very much for the sub. Emoji of Indie. You want balloons? You want some balloons? Well, you know, I can't say no to a donation. Let's see here. Okay, no, but actually this matchup should be easy enough where I could totally meme. Let's see. So you can't really take that many balloons, can you? Yeah, Skyjunks are actually not the worst here. Vampire Coast doesn't really do well against those bombardment type attacks. They just take a ton of damage from them. Gonna want a few range units. And then flying unit caps. Oh, I'm single entity capped. Oh, what a ripoff. Alright, this should be good enough. This should be good enough then. Got a lot of ranged. That's all you really need against Coast. Moringles are not too bad against Cathay. As long as you got that sick charge damage. You don't really need armor piercing against Vampire Coast. The missile reflect spell? Nah. So I have a tournament I want to set up. I want to try best of 3 single elimination tomorrow. I don't know if I'll actually get a lot of signups for it, but I really want to get best of 3s back in. I feel like it's been so long since someone's actually hosted a proper single elimination. Maybe it just doesn't work. But yeah, I feel like, you know, like I want to play a best of 3 against like these top players, you know? Just losing one game against Charix and then that's it. I feel like it's better practice if I do it this way. The problem is the tournament might take forever, but single elimination is not the worst. We'll see, we'll see. Papa Neat, what's up? Peasant only army? Sure. I'll add it to the list. I'll try to get it done today.
Peasant only army?
I don't know if that's actually possible with Grand Cathay though. Like what peasants do they have? Don't they only have like 2 peasants? I can bring a little bit of light peasant maxing, but I'm pretty sure they only have 2 peasants. Which may be a problem for the build. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's literally just peasant spears, archers, and horsemen. You really like your cav? Oh, yeah. I guess Iron Hails could also count. That's not enough for a full army, though. You got the double Moonbird action. Dragon's Breath. Whack load of archers. I don't need infantry. Ranged should be good enough. And then we'll see if these things can actually kill deck gunners. I think that's kind of what makes or breaks my build here. You want me to do best of threes like like Tarn does his grand finals? Be interesting. Interesting. Some ouch. Oh jeez, he got a shot off on me. I might as well charge then. See if that commitment actually works. Oh, he has a Morngul Haunter here. What a ripoff. Well, that actually changes things up a little bit. Looks like I will be able to get a good charge though. I will be able to capture a point, and I can probably get the Morngul Haunter. Oh, he has a cannon shooting at my Moonbirds. I see. Now, the great thing about the Moonbirds is they do give harmony. So, they'll actually be buffing up these peasant horsemen. That'll be nice. And we can just plop on over here. Huh. Hey! Catching most of those pistol mobs. I'll have to deal with the cannons one way or another. But at the very least, this is a fairly decent start for me. Although a little janky. But in general, it should be pretty difficult for him to come back from such vicious losses over here. Even the peasant horsemen killing off these zombie guns is very nice. Trading value is higher than it should be. Than it shows. Because, well, I guess if you include the Moonbird damage, maybe that explains it. But he just lost like 1,000 gold over here. We will be rallying a lot of these peasant horsemen, so well, honestly, not too worried. Of course, the Sky Junks will be able to do great. I should just be able to dive bomb his artillery too. That's not a big problem. I think we'll be fine. There's not really much that his artillery here can do. And there's not much he can do against the Sky Junks either. Sky Junks are kind of crazy. So here's the play. You land with one Moonbird, you keep the other one in the air. And then he's sad. And then he's a real sad person, because even if he surrounds it with dogs or something, you can drop that vortex. So, yeah, looking pretty rough. I might even get these Celestial Dragon crossbows over here. Okay, so he does have some Morngulls over there. I don't think I can actually fight them, so I'm just gonna disengage with this Moonbird. Is it getting staggered by the vortex? Crazy. Get out of there. Get out of there, you fool. Okay, Moonbird's kind of getting beat up. Unfortunate. Can I save them though? Those Morngulls, they have a slowing effect. And this thing keeps getting staggered. Come on, baby. Okay, there we go. I think he's out. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying, but he does get out of there. He does skedaddle. Next up, we got another vortex down over there. That's gonna help him do a lot of damage. And then at this point, I can just out-mobility my opponent. Along with the double sky junk, it's gonna be pretty hard for him to do anything, really. He's just getting shot to pieces. The classic Vampire Coast life. Okay, I am losing a couple more horsemen. He's doing some real good work with them Moringulls, I must say. But still, with this amount of map control, I'm sitting quite comfortable. You don't really need infantry to capture anything. Such is the way of grandest Cathay. As long as you army wipe them and stay mobile, life's pretty good. Did take more damage on that Moonbird though. Kind of unfortunate. Whoa, there you go, there's that bomb drop. These Dragon Guard, by the way, are Sisters of Avalorn. Their stat line is actually very similar to Sisters of Avalorn. Love them. Their range is actually the same too, it's crazy. So they should be able to get a lot of work done. He does have some more Moringulls over here. So I'm just gonna play for this point. Use the balloons to shoot them up. Probably the depth guard. And then how do I kill these night terrors? I guess we're just shooting them to death. Shouldn't be too hard. We still have our Moonbirds. I just gotta make sure that we don't lose out to single entities or something. I don't actually have that many ways to kill single entities outside of the Moonbirds. So I'm going to have to be real wary with how I take my engagements. Making sure that the Moonbirds never get fully caught up. If I can do that, I should be fine though. I see those dogs on the flank. If I summon some cavalry to deal with them, we should be fine. As you can see, the balloons are just popping off. And so far, so good. Oh, dang, he's just rushing me with the Night Terrors. Can they do that? They're debuffed by the Celestial Dragon Guard. But it seems like they can actually just march right on in. Kind of terrifying. Kind of terrifying indeed, okay. It does feel like my opponent's running out of units, but I'm definitely a little bit more on the worried side right now. Definitely got to kill off those Night Terrors. There we go. There's another bomb drop. Hey, that's terrific. It's going quite well. We got our first game against some Vampire Coast. And so far it seems like they will be falling to our sick Cathay build. Dude, these Crowmen do so much damage. So they can basically guarantee delete 2 units of zombies with their bomb drop. Very cost efficient. The depth guards just kind of suck against shooting, so I don't gotta worry about them. And now it's just those Moringulls, those super duper annoying Moringulls. Really gotta get them out of here. At least the depth guard are gone. Moringulls survive. There's not a whole lot I can do about them. I guess I can try to shoot them up. We'll do our best. He does have some capture points here. But he's like very nearly out of units. The only thing he really has is this like one Haunter over here. Maybe I can give it some kite. My balloon squad here is just crushing it. And I don't think his cannon's gonna kill them either. They are surprisingly tanky. They're basically flying mammoths. So in theory, he should be a goner. Summon some gunnery mobs to save the carronade. That ain't happening. These Empress Crowmen are too good. The balloons, they trump everything. Okay, let's focus fire over here. Let's use that debuff. Yeah, so it reduces missile resist. I think they do come with the base missile resist, yeah. So debuffing that is actually very, very helpful. Center line is broken. And he may be able to kill off these archers, but he's going to get triple capped. And considering he's already down trading, a triple cap would be very bad for my opponent. No magic, back at it. Yeah, I've cast 1 Dragon's Breath. It's fine. I don't need magic. Hey, big route though. He actually gets a pretty solid route there. Can he stop the moonbird action though? His cannons do live. Moonbirds will be able to kill it though. The question is, do I want the crane gunners to keep shooting on these balloons? I don't know. I don't know. What do I want? So he gets gunnery mob over there. How many vortexes do I have left? A decent amount. So it should be able to catch the guns. This should be able to catch the zombies. There we go. Some pretty good moonbird shots. We'll get rid of these.
Max Sky Lantern.
And there you go. Max Sky Lantern. Y'alls are insane. Alright, I'll think about it. I gotta be able to actually win with it though, remember? Alright, there you go. So we shouldn't be able to kill that. And yeah, this was just I feel like this is an overextension. Because now that he's triple capped, or at least he's on his way to being triple capped, there's not a whole lot he can do, right? This map is just too big for Vampire Coast, really. It's just a little too big. All his forces are stuck over here to defend his cannons. Cannons can't really do that much. Do I have another vortex? I have one more, but it's gonna be on a long cooldown. There's the triple. Hell yeah. There's some more goals. I can just face charge them. And that's gonna be win number 1 for Cathay, presumably. Unless things go horribly wrong. He will kill one sky junk. We add some phoenixes on your list. Some phoenixes? Are we talking moonbirds or phoenixes? Because they're both
some
different.
Phoenixes on your list. Bird emoji.
Let's see here. Yeah, Grand Cathay doesn't have phoenixes. Unless you actually just want me to play high elves. I need you to specify, the kid. Please specify. Very nice. Morngul's are dead. I will say they're kind of scary versus my birds. Why not use a wizard on a moonbird? He doesn't give harmony. So see these ones? They give harmony, so they actually work well with cavalry. The wizard doesn't. So it's actually not as much of a buff as you might think. It's kind of garbage. He gives leadership though, but like harmony's just so much better for these kind of strike squad plays. Jeez, that bomb drop melts zombies, man. It just deletes zombies like no one's business. Oh hey, I can still do something. An archer unit, sure. Crane gunners are chillin'. He hasn't been able to capture any of the points. It's good. He's oh, he does kill one moonbird. Phoenix, not the we got phoenixes at home. All right. You want me to play high elves? I see. Can do, good sir, can do. At this point, we're mostly just stalling. A recapture would be very difficult for my opponent, and we're almost at the point where a single capture point wins it, which is a very bad sign for him. Very bad indeed. Noctilus and Co might be able to capture this, but I don't think so. Let's just breath attack over there. Jade Shield. I have way too much magic. I did not spend my magic smartly at all this game. Oh man, it was mostly just the moonbird micro. I could have gotten way more breath attacks though. What a fool I was. Like technically this lady can spam Jade Shield and the breath attack off cooldown, because I brought her with her item with the Jade Amulet. So like you should always just be spamming them as much as possible. But hey, we won it anyways. Vampire Coast put a janky. Balloons are blocking your longbow shots, were they? Oh, that's kind of jokes. All right, anyways, now we definitely won, though. There's no way he manages to capture all these points at the same time. He simply does not have the units. That's going to be a game number 1 victory with Grandest Cathay, defeating the Dread Vampire Coast with only mild sketchiness. I will say the balloons actually did quite well this game, too. The balloons were genuinely quite interesting. It seemed like I really want to see their value. The D summon definitely is pretty nice for them. Crowmen are very good versus zombies. Who would have guessed? Noctilus is impossible to kill though. Noctilus is a pain to kill. These Morgul Haunters too are really spooky, but they're still really expensive. So my opponent really wasn't able to field much of an army. So there you go, first win of the day. All right, so what did you want? Peasants only, and then we have real phoenixes. Sure. High elves. Nice. Now it is a Grand Cathay only day today. Balloons got pretty good value. They didn't get an amazing amount, but with the D summon, I guess they paid for themselves. They did kill very high priority targets though, which is nice. And Peasant Horsemen did great. They're the dog chasers. Most of the guns did fine. Kind of got jumped. This is great though. Empress Crowman. Alright, yeah. Darstrix, yes. You wanted Sky Lantern Max. Yes. Sky Lantern Max. Alright, I'll do it. You crazy guys. I'll see if I can fit them in. Technically, they kind of work the same way that the Sky Junks do, in that they just get a bunch of raw value. So maybe it makes sense. Vampire Coast versus Grand Cathay. Grand Cathay wins. To see, we'll get 3 requests for every game he plays. It gives me some build variety at least. I can pick and choose. Your screen will just be the listed 1 month. If I can do best of 3s and get more games in, that would be one way to fix it. Okay, so back to formatting that best of 3 tournament. So rounds are best of 3. You can only play a faction once per round. Faction is played in battle. It can't be reselected until you finish best of 3. If your opponent doesn't show, no deploying. Yeah, I think this is good. Let's try it. Your list is massive now. It really is. I think Sky Lanterns would be able to snipe single entities very slowly, but technically yes. Single entities don't hold up super duper well against them. Okay, Anticity, single elimination, best of 3, pick and ban. Oh yeah, I wanted to, I might do 3x3 Matrix. I might do 3x3 Matrix. Actually, nah. Nah, no 3x3 Matrix. Or technically, I could do 3x3 Matrix. So like, if you do 3x3 Matrix, how that works is both players have 3 factions. You line up the matchups. And then, oh, jeez. Thank you for the 2,200 try.
Yo, Ent, you know the dealy. Ooh.
Alright, what do you want? What's, I forget what try is again. Try currency to CAD. It's, Turkish lira. Thank you very much for the massive amount of Turkish lira. Holy crap, that's a lot. What do you want me to do? What must I do? Holy crap. Thank you so much. Don't forget to turn on fire at will for sky junks after they run out of their main ammo. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you, Corruptor. Is it exercise? What do you want to see? If I set up a Patreon or PayPal thing, I'll finally turn into you, Thermal. Yo, yeah, that'd be the dream, though. Become as big as, like, all those guys. Get to, like, Turin level. As it stands, Turin is the main pillar of the community. If Turin disappears, like, I'd have to really step up my game. You messaged me in Discord? I actually don't see your message. Wait, where did you message me? Or are you still typing it up? Let's see. Did you DM me? Oh, no, this was before. Yes, this was before. Yes, yes, yes. Ah, I see. All right. Yes. All right. So, yeah, what you wanted was a... Yeah, foot... low kier. Foot low kier plus Charybdis plus death. Sork. Doom darkness. Yeah. Alright, I can do that. Okay, the list is kind of getting, it's not even displaying properly anymore. I'm gonna split it into 2 lists. That should work. So, and we do this. We do some of this. And then... There we go. I'll get this thing. Alright. There you go. Oh. They're duplicates of each other. Copy and... Oh. And paste as duplicate. There we go. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Jeez. Alright, there we go. There's the lists. You guys are crazy. I'll see what I can do. Give it 2 weeks before I have to close the floodgates. This is too much. I'll have to figure out how to manage this better at some point. You think Sky Lanterns would be able to snipe single entities? Oh, I already read that. Alright, yeah, so you want me to go a leadership bomb build. Today's Cathay Day, but... Yeah, it should be interesting. It should be real interesting. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? I think I might do... Yeah, I'm trying to set up this best of 3 format. Oh crap, is the next round ready? Yes, it is. Alright, so Apostate Prostate should have 1 Swiss point, which they do. So I can just advance the Swiss. Yes. Alright. Goblins. Round 2. There we go. And I'm up against... Oh, jeez, Jarx. Hey, what's up, Jarx? Ready to get murdered. Alright, here we go. But yeah, the idea is the leadership bomb build. It's minus, let me see, what did he message? So it's minus 6 from Footlock here, minus 8 from Charybdis, so that's 14. plus the Death Sorcerer, Doom and Darkness, that's minus 16. You're looking at a minus 30 leadership. So if a unit of zombies is already at minus 20, if you stack all of that together, you can actually get them to shatter. You might need to also stack a Burning Head. But if you shatter them, they die faster than Demon Crumbling. It's insane. Alright. You're up first. He's playing Skaven. Okay, I feel way more relaxed. Charx got his tournament win, so he felt like playing Skaven today. Good to hear, good to hear. Don't meme verse Charx. He's playing Skaven though. Alright, let's not lose though, right? I gotta not lose. I think that's the most important thing. Let's see. He'll have weapon teams. He likes the kite, so he bans Dust Bowl. Eastern or Whirling Maelstrom. Oh boy. Let's play. Geez, they're both kind of janky for me. Okay, we're gonna play Eastern Isle Colony. It's a very choke point heavy map, which I think favors him. Unless I'm able to go for some crazy shenaniganry. Interesting. Yeah, like I could go for... I could get some artillery going. This game's a menace, though. Giselles could definitely shoot a sky junk out of the sky eventually. Sky Lantern Max versus Charx to snipe his lord. It's pretty memey. Let's see here. He might bring back Flensing in the air net to stop my flyers from just dive bombing him. I feel like Skaven have a lot that they can do versus Grand Cathay. I need some way of killing off his weapon teams, though. The weapon teams are by far the biggest threats that we have. Okay, I think this is good. This here is decent. You know the Astromancer on a Moonbird has 8 more HP than a normal Moonbird? But he has minus 10 leadership. God, that's so garbage. He also costs way more. I don't know if I like that. Actually, really don't know if I like that. I might just... Why not just stick an Astromancer on, like, on a horse? That just seems so much safer. And you get the capture weight and everything. He won't get sniped. Alright, but, yeah, how we gonna beat Skaven here? Just hope he brings Queek. Some Queek action. Let's see. Oh man, I really don't know what I'm supposed to do. What am I supposed to do? Alright, you know what? You know what? Okay, this is actually some 5D chess. what we're seeing right now, I think this could actually be very difficult for him to deal with. If I play my cards just right, this could be very difficult. I definitely want another one of those. And then one of these. Oh boy! All right. Look, he's playing the lowest win rate faction in the game, though. I'm playing the second lowest win rate faction. So technically, right, according to the leaderboard, I should be better here. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah, the Dread Charix. The Dread Charix is here to put a stop to my madness. I didn't go for any of the requests. We're just gonna go for just a chill situation. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna shoot him up with this cannon. I'm gonna use a bunch of cavalry. And we're gonna rush him. You might be wondering, how do you rush with the cannon? The answer to that is that we do it anyways, and we use the cannon as a leadership debuff. So whatever unit I hit gets -8 leadership from the artillery piece. So it should just be able to kill him, right? It should just be able to kill him. I gotta make sure I'm a little careful about blobbing. But all things considered, I have a lot of magic, a lot of AoE with the birds. He does have the Icket Zap Zap cannon, okay. So we wanna snipe that with my artillery, if at all possible, and maybe rush it down. He does have Icket Claw, Flensing, and Howling Warp Gale, so I can't blob up with my flyers. Cannon is firing away though. He doesn't dodge. Let's go. We have a victory point. So he has a lot of Doom Flayers. I don't think he wants to trade this out for my thing though. So like if I just full rush his backline, I should just be able to kill that thing. Of course there is Icket Claw still, right? He's a menace. Look at this guy though, he's chilling. Oh. Oh. He's flying up. He's kind of jank. Just a wee bit jank. Oh, jeez, he's taking damage. Run for your life, good sir. Run for your life. I want to summon the Fire Rain Rocket Battery, but it's a little too sketchy. Okay, yeah, so he's just firing away at him. That's not a big deal. Let's do some of that. So what is his plan? What is his plan to stop this big backline push? His Doomflayers, if they don't support this fight, it's gonna get real sketchy. Oh. Okay, here we go. So there's that Firestorm. Should just be able to melt their faces off. And we charge over here, and I should be able to get a big pick. He did rout off my Astromancer though, with his Jezzails. It's a little bit of a pain. But There we go. All of these guys just got routed off by my strike squad. Holy crap, they got ultra routed off. Jeez. Yeah, they're gone, man. They're just gone. Holy crap, that was effective. That was very effective. No Eshin Triads, no Rad Ogres, no nothing. God dang. I'm also able to unblob here to save myself. And then we'll just have our cavalry at the ready to save this business. He loses his artillery piece too, which is certainly very painful for him. There go his triads too, nice. And then we go for his weapon teams. My lord may have taken a lot of damage, but Claw's also rather low. I can vortex him. I can vortex him real good. Oh, but he gets the air net. Will it be enough though? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. The air vortex will run out soon enough. Though his weapon team does live. They're in a pretty sketchy position right now. Maybe it is enough. I don't like how low my lord is getting either. It's a little rough. Okay, there we go. Finally freed from the air net. So I'm going to melt away these dudes over here, and then we go for that little annoying weapon team. Most of his Doom Flayers have pulled back. That's perfect for me. So I should just be able to group up here and we'll do well. He whiffs one of his abilities there. He loses another Night Runner. Hell yeah. So far he's really losing a lot of units. I do have to be a little careful here. That we don't get like blobbed up and murdered. I think there's another Flensing coming soon. That's a good vortex though. There's another buff. I might lose my lord though. I'm not too confident about his current standing. Flensing's probably gonna drop soon. He does get terror routed, but yeah, I lose all my cavalry. If I can get out of there with my lord, I'd definitely be a little bit more comfortable. Oh, Celestial Sweep. Sweep him up. Gets a massive amount of damage on the Ickets. Bird has routed off his Giselles. That's huge. And then, of course, the Astromancer can do this. If my lord dies, he dies. I can always resummon him. There's the big AoE, though. So he's definitely out of the picture. But my opponent's also lost most of his stuff here, right? He just doesn't really have a lot left on the battlefield. Outside of Claw, of course. I will need to recapture the points. But we certainly have an interesting start here. I might lose my other bird, though. That's definitely non-optimal. Should not have suicided him in to try and save my lord. There was no saving him anyways. I should have known. At the very least, here are some captures. Nice. Yeah. I just got to recapture points. So that means a lot of peasant horsemen getting on the points. There we go. He does rout off the Moonbird, unfortunately. And a lot of my cavalry is about to get caught by Doom Flayers. So let's back up from there. Reconsolidate. And then we'll see where we go. He's not going to get his Giselles back. And I'll probably get my lord back. And holy crap, the Phoenix came back. He got ripped off. All right, we won. We totally won. Charks got super ripped off by the fact that my Moonbird decided to rally. It routes off a unit of Rad Ogres. Huge. All right, all I gotta do now is take out their artillery, and then we're golden, man. We're absolutely golden. Doomflayer's got nothing on me. His Giselles rally, but yeah, they're just gonna rout again. Very nice. These guys over here gonna get vortexed. Get vortexed, son. There we go. He's gonna hold 1 point, but that shall not be enough. Can my cannons shoot? I swear my cannons are just not shooting, and I don't know exactly what's going on. But I would love them to actually start firing at something for once. Hopefully soon. Alright, yeah, his Giselles, he'll have to desummon them if he wants to bring them back at full HP. And then once I get my Lord out, we're goodies. Solid double cap situation. Doomflare is getting murdered by cannons. I think he's just out of units. I think we've just severely uptraded into him this whole game. And that has completely and utterly screwed him over. There's effectively nothing left here. And he keeps summoning in these Night Runners that just died to my Phoenixes. They're really not doing too hot. Dang, that cannon's cooking. Let's get that Phoenix in. He's running. He's booking. He's booking it. Gotta make sure I don't die to a flensing. Let's catch these boys over here. So that should catch them. Ooh, nice. Good amount of damage. It's magic damage. So they really don't appreciate it. Because they're just a bunch of physical resist. And then my Lord will be back, and then we win. With the power of Grand Cathay. Grandest Cathay. He gets a flensing. Not going to do a lot of damage. Come on. Just got to get my Lord back. This cannon, I swear, though, it just doesn't shoot. Okay, there we go. Now it shoots. At my own cavalry. Kind of sketch. There we go. Lord's back, though. And he only has so many flensings, too. He only has so many flensing ruins. I can bomb drop these triads also. They should not be a big issue. Let's keep those guys routing. All right. Ooh, that's a massive artillery hit. So now if I surround them, I think they just die because of lack of leadership. Interesting to see I'm going for Globadiers now. I see, I see. My Lord's in here, though. Triads are going down pretty rapidly. I don't think he has any magic to punish that either. It gets just a little too far away. Indeed, they do go down. And here comes the Lord. Let's not commit, though. I'm not interested in taking a terrible fight. That'll be a pretty good one, though. Be a pretty good little spell there. Yeah, they're gone. I just have to keep holding a double cap. Technically, I'll have to triple cap him at some point. But that's not the most difficult thing in the world to do when he has no units. Bird here against his stuff should do pretty well in theory. Can finally get some good range units in. He does get a pretty good barrage. Oh, never mind. Pretty bad barrage. Kind of friendly fires himself. Holy crap. Yeah, he massively friendly fired himself. That's painful. So his doggos just straight up get routed. And now for the Deathstroke on the Icket Claw. We just gotta jump him. He doesn't have any flares or anything to stop me from brutalizing him here. Should be able to get a pretty good surround. I don't want to get baited out, though. I do not want to get baited out by a massive flensing. So we're just gonna back it up. Yep, there it is. So I purposefully did not commit all of my units there, because I knew a flensing is painful. I should be able to capture this point at least. It's a pretty good cav catch. Wanna wind blast them over there. Nice. Big route. And now that the flensing is gone, we recommit with our Lord. And then I think he's basically tabled at this point. Oh, he air nets. Jeez, all right. Yo, Charks is making some plays, though. He makes this very spooky. It's a good thing we did not meme. I will be able to get that capture, though. And it was a normal cast Aeronet, too. That actually hurts him very much because look at this. I have my Celestial Roar. So if I cast that right as my Crowmen get the rear charge here, there's no way. There's no way those Rat Ogres actually stay in the fight, right? If they do, I'm doomed, but There's no way. It removes ITP. It's just gonna get 1,000,000 damage in there. It'll be great. There's a triple cap. And the Rat Ogres are gone. Let's go. He should be pretty low on magic too now at this point. A terrifying match indeed. But I think he's finally army wiped. Took me a while. He goes for another air net, so he really can't have a lot of magic now. I feel like I keep saying that, and he just keeps casting spells. But, whatever. He does catch my caster again, though. We do lose our caster. What a match, though. Trying to go for my crowman. I do have another bomb drop here. So that's not a big dealio. Let's get that physical resist buff. Let's get that bomb drop before they crumble. Get in just a little bit of a bomb drop. And he taps out. Vicious battle between the lowest tier factions. Absolutely vicious, but I think we were pretty in the lead for most of the game. The Moonbirds were great. Celestial General died early, but it didn't really matter. Astromancer, I wasn't really microing him the best. I think I could have played better. If Skaven was a stronger faction, I'd be screwed. Thankfully, Eshin Triad suck against Moonbirds. He sucks so bad against Moonbirds, man. They're so bad. They have no HP. Any amount of magic damage and they just fold in half. It's brutal. Thank goodness. It's been a while since I managed to win against Charix. I'm happy that it was with Grand Cathay. Although he was playing Skaven. Slanesh has blessed Ent with a sexy haircut. Dang. I have not gotten this many compliments with my haircut before. I will make sure that I go to the same person for my next haircut. Clearly they know what they're doing. Epic Cathay win, thank you. Jeez, that was a crazy game though. That was a crazy game. Oh my gosh, people spamming the -16 when I lost my lord. The brutality. How much value did Ikiclaw get? Yeah, 3k. I swear though, the entire roster is carried on Ikiclaw's back. Look good with short hair? Awesome. Remember when I had mega long hair during the pandemic? Jeez. But yeah, the cannon is just too painful for those Doomflayers, I think.
At your service!
Only thing cleaner than that game is that haircut. It was not a very clean game though. Thank you very much though for the membership. Oh man, what a crazy match. Maybe I'll save this as Grand Cathay versus Skaven. I might actually bring them into Grand Finals just from how much practice I have with Grand Cathay. They legitimately may be one of my best factions right now.
Beast of Nurgle and Bile Troll debuff maxing.
You guys are insane. Another one. All right. A Bile Troll. Beast Nurgle debuff max. I gotta figure out how to get these games in. I have so many requests. I will eventually work my way through all of them. I swear by it. You're correct there. I hope you're happy though. All those days of you asking me to play Cathay has helped me find the Moonbird meta. The Moonbird meta is actually insane. Also, Celestial General is so good. He's so good. This ability is insane. Physical resist 20%. Even though it doesn't last very long, it's quite nice for big charges and big dives. Celestial Sweep is great. But Fearsome Roar is insane. That's potentially a -16 leadership debuff. Like, this would destroy Slanesh. It only took 5 months. Thank you for your regular entertainment. Thank you very much for your kind words. Hopefully we can continue this into the far future. Yeah, it's enough to ride out a charge, which is all you really need. The fact that it's not centered around him too, and that it has a 100-meter range, is crazy to me. That's absolutely crazy. Plus Brass Cleaver, just like, come on. This guy's bonkers, man. He's a little squishy. He does more damage when he's low on HP, though. Yeah, he's a little squishy, but as like a tactical striker unit, he's so good. Absolutely insane. Anyways, I'm gonna keep setting up the tournament for tomorrow. So I'm thinking both sides blind pick 3 factions. I think both sides blind pick 3 factions. Let's see here. And then they'll both ban 3 factions, 3 matchups. And then that's how it works. It's gonna be a complicated format, but I think it would be the best for good practice. So let's see here. I gotta format the tournament. All those requests will be fulfilled by my bloodline. I might need to increase the price of it at some point. As it stands, though, I don't really need to. I should be able to fulfill them, because the more requests I have, the more opportunities I have to clear them out, to clear them off. Some of them are just memes too, where there's not exactly a big rush to do them. So we're totally fine right now. I don't think we're overwhelmed. Once I have to start the 4th list, though, maybe. Maybe at the 4th list. Alright, so picks and bans. Using the link below, each player blind picks 3 factions, 1 at a time. Then let's see here. 9 matchups are generated.
Plague of Rust maxing on
For
Cathay.
each faction. Rust maxing as Cathay? Alright. Alright. Max, Plague, Rust. Given that we just beat Charix, I can do whatever I want now. I'm free! I'm free to meme for the next 2 games. So obviously if we're Plague of Rust maxing, I need to have as much spell amping as possible. We'll see though. Okay, I might not be able to super spell amp, but I think at least I'm going to go double Alchemist. Plus, and both of them have Plague of Rust. And then I might go for an Astromancer on a Moonbird. Necrosphinx got a bit left behind. Only a little bit. Necrosphinx is actually not that bad. I still kind of like it. Example. Let's see. Example. Oh, which is again called Spam. Grand Cathay. Let's see here. Slanesh Norska. Warriors of Chaos. Dark Elves. High Elves. Top player factions. Bottom player factions. All right. Yeah, formatting this is gonna be a little janky, but I think this should be fun. This tournament's gonna be a little complicated though, but maybe it works out. Tournament idea: one player picks a faction, other picks a map. Mirror matches only. So the downside with that is that not everyone owns every faction. So unfortunately, you can't really do that in a way that really makes sense. Unless we do just like base game factions, but yeah. Okay, so top player factions, bottom player factions. Then top player bans one faction. Bottom bans one matchup. Bottom bans two matchups. Top two matchups. Bottom one matchup. Three matchups remain. Top picks one to play. Bottom top picks one to play for first round. Bottom picks one for second round. Last, or for second game. There we go. Game for first battle. I'll use battle. There you go. First battle for second battle. Last match up for ace match. There we go. That should be pretty good, right? Advancing the Swiss. I just hope that we get more than I hope we can just get 8 signups for this tournament. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so we're up against Renette Akai. Renetki. I've played against him a few times. Yo, I'm Grand Cathay. At Goblins round 3. So much adminning. So much adminning. I did find someone though. I did find someone. I think they're in chat right now that should be able to help me out with all this tournament adminning and such in the future though. It will genuinely save me a lot of time and effort. And then I can focus on actually playing. Hanging out with chat. These Warriors of Chaos. I see. So first map ban looks like it goes to me. Warriors of Chaos. What do I want to do? Ban Bleak Spire Labor Camp. Proving Grounds. Altar of the Champion. Bleak Spire. Should be good. Yeah. Trizik. Should be pretty good. And then I'll have more time and energy to do some editing. It'll be great. Alright, so Warriors of Chaos. I think I can do Plague of Rust against them. 120 speed on the Moonbird. Oh, it's so good, man. Moonbird having 120 speed is insane. So he wants to play an altar. Altar of the Champion. Okay, so here's the problem. So you want Plague of Rust maxing. Can I beat Warriors of Chaos without a Celestial General? I don't think I can. Taking 2 Plague of Rust is okay, but it's not like... It's not really meme worthy, is it, you know? It's a little disappointing. Let me see if I can do something about that. I think I always have to have the moonbirds. I think I must always have them. If I go a Blood Dragon, Shugingen Lord. Just to spell amp the Plague of Rust. Does that do anything? Does it even do anything? I have Dragon's Breath. You know, comboing it with Dragon's Breath, Plague of Rust, Dragon's Breath, I think that's a fun enough combo. Unfortunately, I'm single entity maxed. Cathay really suffers from the single entity cap. Because they can't take balloons. Which I feel like shouldn't count as single entities. I feel like they shouldn't. Because the Hell Cannon doesn't count as single entities. I'm gonna make a post right now. Cathay balloons should not count as SEs, just like Hell Cannon doesn't count as a single entity. Yeah. I feel like that's fair. I feel like that's fair. Maybe I'm just trying to squeeze out buffs for Grand Cathay. But I feel like, you know, or the Hell Cannon does count as a single entity. Watch it actually, it does count as a single entity. That'd be pretty jokes. I'm like 100% sure it doesn't though. Yeah, it doesn't. Come on, CA. It's like when Bloated Corpses counted as a single entity. That was silly. Let's see here. Warriors of Chaos. You know, I could actually do this too. Wait, just a darn second. Yo, okay, can I multi-fulfill requests? At some point, if I get so many requests, I can actually fulfill multiple at the same time. Insane. So I can do that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, so this is getting silly. Just where we want it to be. Let's see. So let's move this unit here. Let's plonk these guys here. Oh, dang. Okay, yeah, this is the multi-request. And it'll actually kind of maybe be good. I'm still not entirely sure, but it might. Worst case scenario, we lose. Oh boy. Oh, this will be real interesting. So we're on Altar of the Champion, which is a decent defensive map. I'm ready. Ooh, yo, let's play as a red Cathay. I love the red banner as Cathay. And then I can keep going to my tournament, making it work. All right. Is my opponent ready yet? Not quite yet. Each player blind picks 3 factions. Then 9 matchups are generated. Based on the factions. Let's see here. Then top player bans 1 matchup. Top player bans 1. Bottom bans 2. Top 2. Bottom 1. 3 matchups remain. Then top picks 1 to play for the first battle. Bottom picks 1. All right. I think I've laid this out pretty succinctly. We're in our game. Let's go. Gotta get rid of that before people complain about the armor blocker. All right. So I peasant maxed it. This is the peasant Plague of Rust max build. I still have to run 2 Moonbirds because I think they're the only reason I can win as Grand Cathay. But the idea here is simple, right? I have a bunch of archers. Ready? Good luck, have fun. I have a bunch of archers. I have a bunch of non-armor piercing, but I have Plague of Rust. There's no way this goes wrong. He has Sartorial the Everwatcher with Final Transmutation. An Exalted Hero on a Chariot. Some Marauders and such. Alright. Pretty simple, nothing crazy. These guys are gonna loose their first volley, maybe? Oh, he holds. Holds fire? Nope. This is just a nice way to burn a little bit of ammunition. And for my summons, indeed, the Peasant Tide is here. So we're gonna get one of these guys. I'm going to hopefully get a solid breath attack on those Marauders. And then we're just gonna ignore Sartorial for a little bit. The idea here is I'm just gonna have a sick little lineup there. And I catch these horsemen. Oh! Oh! Hey! There we go. Oh, jeez. My lord's getting murdered. Wait a second. Is she getting murdered? Pretty good vortex over there. I'll give it that. Yeah, let's go. It actually doesn't stagger his cavalry. What a ripoff. Alright. So that changes a few things. Overall, pretty mid vortexes today. Pretty mid vortexes, right? I'm also going to have to spread out here. My formation's a little lackluster. This bird's taken a lot of damage so far. I don't like that. At the very least, we'll be able to kill his Marauders, though, and probably these Forsaken, too. And, yeah. That should be a pretty good breath attack. Gotta make sure I don't overly stack my cavalry, but that should go well. There's a lot of micro back and forth here. There we go. His Exalted Champion's having a rough day. These Marauders are having a rough day. Those Forsaken are definitely having a rough day. But my birds... Ouch! That was a massive volley. Honestly, bird micro could be a little bit better. I think I'm failing my birds ever so slightly here. Overall, though, not the end of the world. I just gotta make sure Sartorial doesn't just dumpster me. So let's spread out our formation a little bit. He has a lot of Marauder Horsemen, so they don't really provide that much in the way of support for his forces here. He can't rush me is what I'm saying. He'll have a very difficult time rushing me down. So that should not be a big problem. Searing Doom is also not the most scary thing in the world. And so far so good, realistically. That's going to be a massive hit on those Marauders. They're just gone. And here comes another bomb drop. Come on, come on. And there we go. It's all about using all your abilities as Grand Cathay. You have a million abilities, you gotta get them out. You gotta get them out decently, efficiently. But if you do, they just run out of units. I am gonna lose my Lord though. Thankfully, she's very cheap. So it's actually not the biggest deal in the world, as we have annihilated his Forsaken force over here. Sartorial is kind of just kept busy. And he's kind of just running out of units. I think we summon in the Grenadiers now. I think we just start ranged maxing. The peasant tide cannot be stopped. I literally bought the maximum number of peasants I could. We're counting the Grenadiers as peasants because they don't have a lot of armor, even though they're technically not called peasants. I think they're very honorary peasants here. Lord is, come on, live. Don't give me the minus 16. Rally, you darn Lord, just rally. Hey, use a Searing Doom, that's good. That means that he can't really help out. Aha, she lives, get wrecked, chat. Get wrecked. You thought she was dead, but she lives. Now, unfortunately, I have nowhere to really use Plague of Rust right now. That's the sad part. Sadly for me, Plague of Rust kind of just sitting around doing not much. Should be able to catch those doggos though. And if he doesn't see this, goodbye horseman. That'll be very good. Let's keep summoning in ranged. There we go. Lord lives. There's gonna be another mega vortex. Let's go. Huge vortex. Absolutely massive vortex over there. Jeez, these vortexes are killing it, man. They're just killing it. It's like he can do nothing against it except for murder me with Sartorial. Sartorial's the biggest problem here. If he ever does rush in with those Forsaken, I can finally cast Plague of Rust though. I look forward to the day where we can finally do that. At this point though, I'm starting to get too many range units for him to really handle. This is a rather absurd amount of range. And they're gonna be real problematic because like he's just never gonna be able to rush this position. I think there's just too much. Though we'll see how it goes. Good catch over there. Forsaken dealing a little bit of damage. I'll pull back. I gotta summon all the peasants first. I am morally obligated to peasants, fam. Alright, come on, give it to me. Yeah, overcast Plague of Rust. Minus 78 armor. 7 armor Forsaken get wrecked. So now my archers are just murdering them like they're nothing. The archers will be great for that. And then the cav charge should just mulch them too. Because, as you see, they have no armor. Then we get our little grenade bomb over there. Huzzah, to decrease their stats. He gets a pretty nasty final transmutation though. But my lord is still alive. Let's get one more handgunner in. How many handgunners is enough? I don't know. Yeah, that was a pretty good route though. That was a pretty nasty final transmutation. I do have this though. Chaos Warrior Great Weapons. I don't think they'll be able to survive against Plague of Rust. Yeah, get bombed, son. Dude, they're getting massacred. And I got one more Plague of Rust for his cavalry. For when they decide to suicide into my lines. As long as they don't deep dive too hard, I should be okay. Those Chaos Warriors are getting massacred. Big Bird doing great. The value, I don't know what's up with the value. This is so wrong. This top left corner. That is the least accurate thing I've ever seen. My opponent has taken so much damage. I don't know how it's possible that that the value would not be in my favor. Something's up, man. I think it's the Moonbird damage. It's just not really making a lot of sense. Yo, are we gonna blitz Sartorial to death? Yo, you gotta be careful, Sarthi. He landed in my shotguns. He's getting blasted. Ooh, this will be pretty good. A couple Chaos Knights here too. Let's get that armor debuff as was requested. Sartorial's getting brutalized. Let's get that breath attack there. Sartorial is thoroughly blasted. He's having a bad day. Chaos Knights of Tzeentch again massacred. Dude, Cathay's OP. I think I think Cathay's clearly OP, right? This is Warriors of Chaos. They're apparently a good faction, but like, I don't know, man. Usually I'm not able to meme as hard as this. But like, I'm kind of, you know, like, like really, I think just the Moonbirds are busted. I think if you actually are able to use all the vortexes, I think they're actually just insane. Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't think even high elves devastate Warriors of Chaos like this. This is crazy. Oh, Sartorial wants to die again, eh? All right. We'll give it to him. I'm power tripping, guys. Cathay is my main. I think they're my new main. Goodbye, Sartorial. There's the barrage. Guns away. Oh, he's suffering. Is Sartorial gonna die before my lord dies? That'd be jokes. Let's see here. Okay, I think I want to recapture this point. Sartorial's very low now. He's suffering. He's on his last legs. These archers have used like all of their ammunition. Pretty hype. Let's see if I can kill off this exalted hero. Yo, even my lord lived. What insanity is this? Sartorial's getting bullied. Oh my gosh, the big bird gets murdered by the small birds. There's the Plague of Rust. Beat him up. Yeah, there we go. Archers on the Plague of Rusted Chaos Knights. They got nothing on me. I should just be able to focus fire them with everything I have. Sartorial's dead. Holy crap, we just tabled the Warriors of Chaos. I can't believe it. We just tabled Warriors of Chaos with this. Is Cathay actually insane? Yo, I can't believe it. Cathay's actually the best faction in the game. I like try hard with other factions and have a harder time. This is hilarious. Look at that. Double Alchemist Peasant Tide. We did it. I can knock 2 of them off. Thank God. Plague of Rust maxing is down. Peasants only Grand Cathay is down. 2 in 1, people. You'll love to see it. Time to nerf Cathay. Dude, he got annihilated. It felt like he couldn't do anything. The Moonbirds were great, by the way. Okay, maybe not that great, but it felt like they were doing amazing. Yo, what killed him then? What killed him if not the Moonbirds? I don't know. He just kind of ran out of units. She didn't get that much value. Was it just the archers? Oh, yeah, it was the archers. Okay. Archers and Plague of Rust, pretty hype. Oh, hell yeah, 1 value. Oh, yeah, the Onyx Crowman, Snivetus Snipes, those were pretty good. I think the Peasant Horseman did okay. I don't know what did well. He just ran out of units. Yeah, Peasant Archers, though. 1,100 on 1 archer. That's the one that used all its ammunition. They had a good time. 800 on this one. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. And he went for Axe Throwers, which kind of counters the normal Cathay playstyle. Holy Chaos Knight Massacre. These guys cost like what? 1,400? And they got a total of 350. Jeez, man. Jeez. Love to see it. Yo, can I get a 100% win rate? Maybe not. I'm sure I'll lose to Charix in the semifinals. That's just how it works, man. He'll be ready for me. There's Grand Cathay versus Warriors of Chaos. Grand Cathay wins. Plague of Rust won it. Plague of Rust helped my Peasant Horsemen. And archers get a lot of damage. Like, killing off a whole Warriors of Chaos great weapon with archers was insane. Is the Dawn of War remaster in the plans? I don't think so. Unless it's like really popping off. But I didn't even know that was coming. 100% peasantry win rate. Yep. Yeah, so I couldn't take more Grenadiers because it's a ranged unit max. But yeah, we took all the peasants we could. Iron Hails were very funny versus Sartorial. He just couldn't do anything. And Sartorial's expensive too. So if he's not doing something, you're losing out on value real bad. Okay, so the big H needs 1 Swiss point. We'll do that, and then my adminning is good. That earned you a like? Ah, hell yeah. Those iron hails held up half the Cathayan sky there. They, I only wish that they would shoot more reliably. As it stands, they have a really hard time firing at some targets. When they do shoot, though, it's terrifying. How you feel about the grenades at this point? I think they're terrible. No range. They have less range than the iron hails. Unless they can reliably get their shots off. I don't know. Or like, I don't even know where to use Heaven's Flash. Because the way I play Cathay is a very lightning strike type of playstyle. Hit them hard, hit them fast. Grenadiers do not do that. Heaven's Flash is just not a lot of range, so you can't really make use of it. It puts them in a bad position, as we saw in that game. And they also don't do a lot of damage. The peasant archers are just better than them. Yeah, iron hails are just safer, but archers are the best. The peasant archers have a good amount of HP, decent range, and with harmony, pretty solid damage. The archers are quite nice. A slow would have killed Sartorial. Hey, he still died to the Croman. And don't forget, I have 120 speed Moonbirds. They're the second fastest speed in the game. There's only a couple units with 130. Range is very important, so Crane Gunner is not the best. Crane Gunners are amazing, man. You just don't always take them because they're expensive and pretty vulnerable. And in these mobility builds, sometimes you can't defend them. But Crane Gunners are amazing, man. They real good. Alright. You take a Giselle over a Crane Gunner any day? Do you guys know what the difference between Giselles and Crane Gunners are? Giselles are the same price, the same range. Crane Gunners have harmony bonuses. Giselles are faster, more armored, less HP. But the speed is kind of crazy. Technically, they have better melee stats, but that doesn't matter. Crane Gunners do... Well, Crane Gunners do more damage with harmony, though. So that's kind of what you're contesting with. I do think Giselles are better because that speed is just so impactful. But we can say they're both good units. What about deck gunners? What about deck gunners? Yo, an ROR Crane Gunner with stealth and snipe would be so good for Cathay, holy crap. Wait, Crane Gunners have more entities? Really? 32? No, they have the same entities. But yeah, harmony Harmony is really good. So you just treat them like a better, like a higher DPS Giselle. Technically, Harmony will increase their speed too, but not to the same speed as Giselle's. Giselle's are kind of crazy. All right, refreshing the bracket. There's one more match that needs to finish. It's Tom versus the Dangler. Upcoming tournaments at Goblins, trying out a single Elim best of 3 tournament. I'd like to get the single Elim best of 3 format back in the tournament scene. This one might not be optimal. So feedback is appreciated. All right. I got the tournament set up. So it's a best of 3 format. We'll see how that actually pans out. Now you want to play an Ikit campaign? Just from looking at the Giselles again. Dude, Ikit Giselles. Crazy. Tom and Dangler still fighting. He's still duking it out. Duking it out. Are you saying they pierce? They pierce a different amount of entities? Let me see this. I'm glad Cathay is no longer the bottom tier Dom faction. Skaven can take it. Alright, yo, let's see this. How long does it take one unit of Crane Gunners to rout off Saurus Warriors without Harmony? So we see by the 1 minute mark, they have them at half HP. I guess accuracy is kind of a weird stat too. Okay, so it seems like they have them mostly dead by the 2 minute mark. And then by the, yeah, okay, so 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Does it differ from Skaven though? So if we switch to Skaven and do the same thing with Giselles, are they any different? Skaven top tier, people just don't pick Queek. The fact that Charix wasn't able to make Skaven top tier is very telling. He plays a mean Skaven though. Giselles versus Crane Gunners. Let's see. So by the 1 minute mark, they have them actually slightly lower than half HP. And then by the 2 minute, I think the Giselles are out DPSing the Crane Gunners ever so slightly. Win with Demon Prince, I'm on it.
Win with the Demon Prince.
3 minutes in, they haven't routed them off yet. That might be because they're less accurate or just some RNG. Seems like they're basically the same unit though, but one's faster. One can run faster, the other one can get harmony. That's basically it. Took 30 seconds longer. And just getting his own Book of Grudges going. I still have to win with Sky Lantern max. So that's 2 Sky Lanterns. Kemlar and Hex Wraiths. Lord Throw. Okay, if I can win this next match after throwing my Lord and taking 2 Sky Lanterns, then I could get rid of another 2 of them. Alright. I need a Lord worth throwing, though. Okay, let's advance to Swiss first and foremost at Goblins. Round 4 has begun. At least it should be. Website's lagging. People spamming. The spamming refresh bracket. What are they doing? We're up against Lemur's Bane. Alright. I'm sorry for what I must do, but we must attempt a meme against Lemur. We must attempt the memory. So, I'm Grand Cathay. And it looks like the first ban. You're first. Crane Gunner is 65% missile block. They have different missile block? Whoa, that's crazy. Superior Cathayan shield tech, yeah. He's Chaos Dwarves, alright. Okay, so I think this is how we want to do it. So I need to throw my Lord at the beginning of the game. Let's see here. Yeah, I gotta throw my Lord at the beginning. I'm gonna take a Celestial General and throw him. Technically, I get a shorter cooldown on Celestial Sweep. It's so dumb, though. There's no way that's actually a strat, is it? Am I literally just going for those Celestial Sweep plays? Okay, nah, he should be a little chonkier. I can take him at 1900 gold cost. It's expensive, but not so expensive that I can't resummon him. The idea here is like, so if he's playing Chaos Dwarves, let's see. I would love to get the double balloon win here, the double Sky Lantern. It's very hard though. You actually can't take a Lord on a Moonbird. There's no option. I'm always, every single battle I'm gonna run double Moonbird, by the way. I think you'd be crazy not to if you're playing Grand Cathay. But how do we close this out properly? So I do need a caster here. Oh crap. Ah, jeez. Oh, that's jank. Ah, crap. I might need a caster lord. Is there a caster lord worth throwing? Okay, if I take Zhao with final transmutation. You know what? Maybe that is the play. And then I can throw him, and then he can be my caster. Against Chaos Dwarves, it ain't the worst. I think last time I ran Yuan Bo to his death. This time we'll be a little bit more careful. Alrighty, alrighty. Let me do some of that business. Fun fact, Xiaoming doesn't count as a flying unit, so you can have 7 flying units in one game as Grand Cathay. Actually OP. I think technically you can do that with the Changeling too. If you really want to meme it up. But obviously the Changeling is not very good. Pretty good at throwing your lord. That really should not be a challenge. Well, it hasn't been done yet. I'm just gonna YOLO Xiaoming. Do a ton of damage to a single entities, resummon them, and then we win the game because I'll have a full HP Xiaoming. It's dumb. It's certainly very dumb, but it could actually be exactly what we need here. He bans Cursed Oasis. Rapturous Expanse. Let's play Expanse. Seems like a good map to me. Now I gotta figure out what the rest of my army looks like. I think it makes sense to have at least one artillery piece. Alright. Good enough build to me. I think I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's get him. Let's get this fool. Isn't Zhao costly? He's actually only 2,100. He's the same price as the Celestial General. He's also your spellcaster. If he dies in dragon form, does he resummon on foot? I know Malice Darkblade resummons transformed when he dies transformed. Do you use a war drum? Not really. I don't play a lot of infantry builds. I can say the war drum is not bad, but the fact that it eats up a single entity slot kind of hurts it. Zhao dragon form resummon costs less. It's hidden tech. You're kidding me. How much less does he cost? Why does he cost less? None of this makes sense to me. Yo, that's crazy tech. I've got a meme if you win with a lord throw like this. Oh boy. I'm ready for it. A 2,000 gold Zhao resummons in dragon form at 1,700. Insane. Interesting. Let me report that in the bugs section. Zhao resummon. I'm sorry, but I gotta do it. Cost is less. If Zhao dies, his resummon cost in domination. If he dies as a dragon, his resummon cost in domination is less than his buying price. There's probably a bunch of other weird things like the changeling and stuff. Don't nerf it. Rip Garab here. I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it. Look, I'll trade you the Zhao nerf for balloons not counting as single entities. If you bring him on a Chaos Dragon. Okay, now. Yeah, I'm a snitch. I'm a snitch. Can we pay Charix to assassinate me as Snickich? I'm sure you can. He does like a few memes himself. Balloons count as single entities. They shouldn't. Still waiting on Lemur's Bane to get his army together. Yo, Twitch chat has been so silent. Has my Twitch chat been... It's still working, right? I'm not going insane. I feel like nobody's messaging on Twitch. Are you guys alive over there? Did something get botched? I know, Carapthier, bug abuser, this guy, this man. Twitch lives. They live. Whoa. We're here just being ignored. I refreshed my Twitch chat box. So, we should be good. Professional lurker. Ah, hell yeah. YouTube chat supremacy. All right, here we go. So, I'm going to YOLO Zhao. We're going to YOLO Zhao into the Chaos Dwarves. Let them die. And then win. So usually, Chaos Dwarves like to take a bunch of artillery and post them near trees. That's like the Chaos Dwarf special. So what if I just rush them down at the beginning of the game? Ready, good luck, have fun. I can rush them down, final transmute them. Their hitboxes are kind of weird, but final transmutation is direct damage. And the idea is that we take out the artillery, summon in the max sky lanterns, and then we use those to uptrade into them for the rest of the game. This is the rough idea. Will it actually work? We'll see. Struggling between wanting me to win and seeing Chaos Dwarves do well. It's honestly a toss-up. When I was running Jade Lions, the Chaos Dwarves are real annoying. Every time I win, I get more corrupted. It's true, man. All right, let's see this. Come on. Let's see it. Here we go. He should be ready anytime soon. And I think he's ready. All right. So Zhao, the only way this works as a Lord throw is if I just YOLO him forwards at the very beginning. No artillery yet. Is it stealth maybe? Does anyone know if Chaos Dwarf artillery can actually stealth? Now this is interesting. So he also has final transmutation. But I can summon the balloon immediately. Hell yeah. So insta balloon is good. Zhao has to get in there though. The whole goal is I have to do damage to a Sorcerer Prophet early on. I may even need to transform Zhao. But with these blunderbusses, I don't know. I can't believe I'm running balloons. Summons an Iron Demon. That is probably not going to do very much. So capture points are underway. And I want to catch his blunderbusses early on. So we just gotta... Yeah, I think we just YOLO Zhao straight into them. Balloon is underway. Double balloon. It's fairly safe for them, right? It's gotta be fairly safe. So Zhao is in. He's in the cookie jar. We want to play this awfully safe. Oh, jeez. Whoo, all right. Got on top of them just in time. Zhao's getting in there. Let's land them to dodge them shots. Huh. There we go. Pretty good hit. Woo, man, that was close. All right. The balloons can play keep away. And Zhao's in there. We're trying to throw him, right? This is the Zhao hyper aggression. Balloons. We're gonna employ maybe some spin tech. I don't know. The birds. Oh, the birds. Birds are having kind of a hard time. One of them is getting chased by some gobos. At least the damage is not very high. Most of his range units are kind of out of position too. And of course the balloons are having a fun time. I could also summon a cannon. Just give them a hard time, you know. A little bit of lag, but we're surviving. His hobgoblins are not a big deal. And the bird can regroup with these guys. Weirdly enough, he hasn't gone for Zhao yet. I think he's respecting Zhao a little bit too much here. And from that, he's just kind of... well, he's certainly able to disrupt my opponent. That's pretty funny. Gets a good Searing Doom over there. Gonna get a good Vortex in there, maybe. I should be able to catch out his blunderbusses. They are rather exposed right now. Let's go over there. Yeah, he thinks that I have a Vortex when I really do not. So that might be able to free up my Phoenix bird thingy. Hopefully he can get away and then we're goodies. Should be able to take off very soon. Very nice. And he's in the skies. There we go. It's another Vortex. Keep running. Keep running, you little bird. Let's actually just get another Vortex over here. You can go over here, provide some terror. Yep, he's gonna final transportation me, maybe. Gotta be a little worried. Balloons are doing okay. The cannon is not really getting the best line of sight in the world.
Sigvald plus Max Aspiring Champion and Severed Claw.
Aspiring Champion, Severed Claw, I love it. Let's see here. Yeah, let's get more birds. I got a lot of captures. We caught his blunderbusses, but is this really a good position? I'm a little bit skeptical, especially because this cannon refuses to shoot. You can see it keeps alternating line of sight and not having line of sight. I don't know what's going on. At least the balloons are able to fire away. Just plonking away at them. Weirdly enough, the one time I'm trying to throw my lord, I am unable to. He literally just ignored Zhao. I feel like he totally could have tried sniping him. But I think the opportunity is lost now. I don't think he's actually going to. I don't even know if he's going to kill Zhao this game. Maybe he knew. Maybe he knew about the bug. And he doesn't want me to get OP Zhao, you know? OP Zhao resummons. Like, the only thing worse than one Zhao is two Zhaos, right? So, there you go. Hey, the double balloons are kind of cooking, though. They're doing great. And Zhao is ready to go. Send him in on those Bull Centaur great weapons. He'll be amazing there. The train's a little annoying. I don't have that many tools to actually kill it. But as it stands, it's not the worst. You know, Zhao's in there. He's cooking hard. Get some bowmen over here. Big ol' routes across the board, too. Dang, Zhao's just not dying, though. It's pretty funny to see him try to go for my balloon, though. I don't think he'll be able to do much there. Another Bull Centaur does get summoned, however. So Bull Centaurs are pretty spooky, but if they eat a full Pit of Shades Vortex, that would be pretty bad for them. I think they're about to. Oh, all right. Let's see how that does. I can also get the Crowman bomb drop. while my cavalry deal with the ranged. That should be quite nice. Crowmen bombs are here. Is that going to be enough, though, to actually kill them? I don't know exactly. It's a little bit of a toss-up. In fact, I think I'm starting to down trade right now. My balloons. Balloons are not cooking as hard as I would have hoped for. And he has a lot of these hobgobbos. Okay, so Zhao gets final transmutation. You can transform to get rid of final transmutation, though. It's a weird thing, but you can actually do that. At least I think you can. Is he still taking damage? I don't know. Zhao does get thrown. This cannon is still not shooting, though. What the crap? Dude, there's something botched with these cannons, man. This whole tournament, I've been having a hard time with them. And this blob's not looking too good either. Looks like it could be very sus. I think the balloons are really letting me down. The transformed did not save Zhao. And things are looking a little sus. Things are looking just a little bit sus right now. Okay, cannon's starting to plonk away now at least. And of course, we have our balloons here. Let's get some peasant horsemen to kill the train. There's the Zhao loss. Oh no, this ain't good. This ain't good. Dude, he got mulched. He lost his heal and ward save. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh boy. Oh boy, he has a second capture point. Dude, I'm gonna get army wiped here if this keeps up. These balloons are not cooking. Nothing's shooting. Dude, did the balloon do anything? Holy negative value. Alright, come on. Come on, just shoot. Just shoot, you darn units. Fire. Alright, here we go. Oh my gosh, there's so many dudes. There's so many dudes. Alright, I think the balloons suck. This one got 300 value. How does it have 300 value, bro? Oh my god. That's so bad. How does it have so little value? Alright, anyway I can pull it back. I do have a lot of tickets. We're gonna try and shoot this thing. Yeah, I don't get the cost. I shouldn't have transformed Zhao. I was a silly man. I was a silly man. My celestials are not firing either. I can at least summon some of these dudes. We're gonna shoot at those bull centaurs. Get them killed. I have some crowmen. Maybe he'll overextend or something. In the meantime, everything's getting routed off. I'm triple capped. Oh my god. Bro. Bro. This is brutal. What a late game comeback. Man, this cannon though. It was around the whole battle, uncontested. I did kind of botch the Zhao though. I think I can't really argue against that. At the very least, maybe we can snipe his lord over here. I should be able to kill off the train. Maybe he'll overextend. Who knows? Anything's possible. Let's go over here. Oh my gosh, another cav route. Dude, I can't kill bull centaurs. I think without the celestial general, we just can't kill bull centaurs. At the very least, I am guaranteed to make it to semifinals. So it ain't the end of the world. Gobbos are routed, but I'm tabled, man. We got nothing left. GG. Well played. Dang. Alright. GG, well played. Okay, balloons and the cannon were very bad ideas. If I was going to summon the cannon, I should have at least played ultra defensive with it. Let's see here. Zhao. Yeah, he just kind of died. Yeah, maybe the Lord Throw. I'll stick with like a Beast Caster or something. Oh my gosh. Fun tussle though, fun tussle. I did do a good shutdown of the blunderbusses, but nothing to kill the bull centaurs. An unsuccessful challenge fulfillment. It's okay though. That game was free. We'll see if we get a semifinals match too. Usually in these tournaments, unless you get 4 wins, you get a semifinals match. Or, I mean, a tiebreaker match. So that can kind of be our redemption Cathay game. He deserved it for snitching. I'll take it. I accept full credibility. Mr. Gray. Mr. Gray, alright. Don't need to give him the Swiss point. It doesn't affect anything. Actually, wait, no, I might. I'll give it to him. And we'll do some of this, and then we're good. How Zhao go from full health to 0? Overcast Final Transmutation does a lot of damage. And I think he was surrounded by bull centaurs too. How good is Cathay infantry with artillery turtle? Fairly good in land battle. Quite good in land battle, actually. Pretty bad in domination because you can't capture points. Cathay will really struggle to spread out and capture points with that playstyle. Yeah, Blunder buses didn't do anything. God, those Sky Lanterns though. Dude, Sky Lanterns are way overpriced. I've never had a game where like they sit around and shoot for so long and do so little. Got any ideas for the next campaign? Yeah, I'd like to continue with Wolfheart, I think. CA should just fully turn balloons into a support unit, give them an aura with increased accuracy on range. Yeah, I think that'd be fine, yeah. Just make them do way... Honestly, the damage is fine. It's not even that high, right? Just give them like a huge support buff. Right now, they only give 4 leadership within 50 meters. The thing is, though, it would encourage even more blobbing, and that's kind of sad for the land battle crew. The land battlers would not be very happy about that. Alright, Halidin and Zegsi are facing off. So we'll see how that pans out. Zegsi has 3 wins if he wins this. So far it looks like Charix, B6, Maverick Sloth, Meaty Dangler, Halidin, myself, and Lemur's Bane are the players. So it looks like I might rematch Charix in the tiebreaker. That'd be pretty crazy. Do you need a balloon hero? Oh yeah, a balloon hero, not just a balloon lord. Honestly, if you make it not count as a single entity, that's one step in the right direction. The next is you just have to give it a little bit more oomph, because like it's not even that good at what it's supposed to do. And I think if it is good at what it's supposed to do, people would hate it. Buffett's charge bonus. They should give Sky Lanterns 10,000 charge bonus. Then that way, if you charge your Lord into it, there's a chance your Lord dies immediately. That would actually make it still garbage. But some hilarious misplays will be made. You can totally just ignore it though. Give him a speed buff like Hell Cannons. Oh, that'd be pretty funny. That still doesn't really help that much though. Yo, Zhao's burning Van Braces. Okay, it triggers as long as he's a dragon. Yeah, so I might have been able to live there if I let him trigger the burning Van Braces. And then just stay as a dragon. It's kind of my bad. Kind of my bad. I think, you know, that could have had Dragon Zhao killing all those bull centaurs. I was still on the downturn overall, but misplays were made for sure. Do I have any other Cathay challenges? Changeling, no Green Knight. Okay, nothing there. Demon Prince, Bile Troll. It's mostly just the Sky Lantern max. I basically need to have a super favored matchup. I need a matchup that is so favored for me I can waste 1,600 gold and still be ahead. Technically, let's say they get back, like, let's say the Sky Lanterns to me are worth, like, I would run them at 400 gold. So realistically, I'd only be 800 gold behind. That's not that bad. Yeah, dude, I threw Zhao so hard, man. Alright, come on. Halidin and Zexy still facing off. The battle of the ages. As soon as they finish, though, we can get them tiebreakers going. Lemur. Stand by. Let's see, let's see. If Zexy wins, that means I think everyone has to play a tiebreaker. Give the balloons ogre charge. That way against a brace spear unit, they'll get half of their charge bonus. Hell yeah. Yeah, what would be, you know, if they gave them the devastating impact thing. Where's it at? The thing that Greasus got, right? Monstrous impact? Yeah, give them monstrous impact. Give them dazed. Yo, it'd be cool if the balloons gave like a big debuff on units that they hit. Technically they do though, right? So technically the balloons have shield breaker. It reduces missile block chance by 24. So it will make your archers slightly better into shielded marauders. Is that worth it? No, right? The fire rate's too slow. Shield breaker won't last long enough, but I guess that's there. The balloon should have a bunch of like activated shot abilities, you know, like give it an Arrows of Kurnos or something. Honestly, give it Arrows of Kurnos, Sky Lantern, Sun Leope. Bound Arrows of Kurnos and bound Mercurial Shot. Give it both of those. Give them all the contact effects. So slowing, shield breaker, fire, magic damage, poison. What's it? What's the Slanesh one? Soporific Musk. The minus 30 armor, the minus 50% armor. The what's it? Is there anything else? There's got to be more. There's a bunch of niche stuff. There's dazed. Yeah, a bunch of bound spells and abilities would be really nice. Make them bloated corpses. That'd be pretty jokes. Give them a harpoon. Yeah. Give them the Thunder Barge harpoon. Now we're cooking. Skaven slaves with arrows of Chronos would be good. You know what would not be good with arrows of Chronos? Actually, bloated corpses with arrows of Chronos would be good. What would not be good with arrows of Chronos? It's got to be something expensive. Flammable, yep. Sundered armor, frostbite. Already went over those. Who would still suck with arrows of Chronos? I think the changeling. The changeling might not still see play. I think a lot of lords would be kind of sus. What if you gave Raponce arrows of Chronos? Would she be meta? Or do people still need Alberic? Lemur's Bane and Halidin. Halidin also? Dang, also the 100% win rate. Insane. So that means it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So it's going to be at left is top bracket. At Halidin versus at Charix. So we're not rematching Charix yet. At Anticity versus at B6. Whoa, B6 is back in action? Hell yeah. At Meaty Dangler versus at Maverick Sloth. All right. Yo, yo. Long time no see. Last time I messaged him was July 10th. Crazy. Sorry, Lemur's Bane. I gotta kick you. I'm Grand Cathay. Interesting. Is he playing Skaven? I'm gonna have to play against Skaven again. Oh boy. Suppression? Ooh, suppression on the balloons? Doesn't make that much sense, but let's see. What's he playing? So B6 is playing Skaven. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright. Grand Cathay versus Skaven. So we beat Charix's Skaven. Charix I generally regard to be better than B6. But B6 is still a terror. Let's see our map bans. I'm top bracket. I'll ban, let's see, Dunes of Cain, Decrepit Moor, Dried Floodplain. I'll ban Dunes of Cain. Moor and Floodplain are both good for him. They should increase the balloon fire rate by like 10,000. Just make it like, just constantly firing in all directions, but no accuracy. Okay, so he wants to play on Decrepit Moor. Big old flat map. Very comfortable for me. I think the plan is simple. Just kind of do the same thing that I did last time. Now, can I bring double balloon? Can I bring double balloon here? The problem is I'd have to cut 2 Chromen to bring double balloon. Technically, though? Technically. Wait just a darn second. The balloons can spot stealth Skaven. Which is an okay ability to have. That's a very decent ability. Let's see here. It ain't that good, but it does something. Maybe 1 balloon. The request was Sky Lantern Max. We must commit to the bit. Let's see here. You know, Celestial Silk Robe is not the worst. I could do this. Sure. Alright. All in all, kind of sus. It's not the end of the world, though. Do I have all my cavalry that I need? It appears so. I just need my cannons to actually shoot. They really don't like shooting when my cavalry is nearby. But I think we'll be okay with this build. All right, here we go. It's time. It's a very similar build to last time. Distraction balloons to eat up Giselle fire. Pro strat. I do think being able to spot stealth units will be nice to keep my cannon safe. But yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. So very similar build to last time. I'm gonna cheese it a little bit because the balloons are actually just that bad. We're going to do it like this. We're gonna do it like this. All right. Ready? Good luck, have fun. If I can summon these balloons before the match is completely over, I call it a win. What kind of missile resistant armor do they have? Nothing. 30 armor, man. They're squishy. 6,000 HP. It's like nothing. They kind of jank, man. $16 units. I have a pretty nice flank here, if I really want to. So we're gonna push up with our artillery piece at the beginning. It appears he's going for a forced deployment. Is it full rush? See, now I actually do want the balloon to spot any shenanigans he might dish out here. What if he has like a bunch of triads, right? Okay, one balloon. One balloon to start. He has thoughts. So no flensing just yet. Got my Astromancer. He'll be great. Those are Skaven slaves. I don't want to waste my Moonbird shots on them. Gonna save it for the clan rats. Pretty good initial shots on Thwot over there. Huh. There we go. It's a pretty good hit. But of course, I have my Celestial General. And a lot of dudes. A lot of dudes. Just kind of chilling. He throws the net on the Astromancer, but does he have a counterplay? Does he have a follow-up for the Astromancer? It appears not. So that's actually not too bad. He does have flensing, though. But, it's honestly not too bad. Look at this thing. He's crushing it. Is he gonna go for the deep dive? He might. He could very well. Cavalry flanks abound, though. He's probably gonna lose a unit of Skaven slaves. I do have some cavalry here to bully Gorich if I need to. You gotta be careful with Gorich, though. He does have a little spin to win ability that does a lot of damage. So you don't actually want to surround him with cavalry most of the time. It's a little sus. Interesting Rat Ogre summon, alright. This is a very melee build for the Skaven here. Very melee heavy. Interesting to see. Alright. Is he just going for a big old capture on all my points? I guess so. Bird is kind of surrounded. Whoops-a-daisies. Let's just keep drawing out these guys. We go over here. I can get a pretty solid vortex there in a second. Pretty good charge. And then the cannon crew is going to dismount and run for their lives. In the meantime, this is a great opportunity for a massive vortex. Along with that, and a celestial sweep to clean up shop. Thwot will be taking a lot of damage. All of that's taking massive damage. Astromancer, I kind of forgot about him though. Overall, not the worst. I don't have a lot of range units I can bring to bear. I can bring in the second Sky Lantern though. Seems kind of insane, but I think it'll actually work out fairly well for him here. This is a massive blob that I can get a big hit on. So let's get another one of those vortexes maybe. Not really. It kind of unblobbed. In fact, he's going for my Lord now. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Wait, can I just kill Thwot here? I might be able to just kill Thwot. We'll see. Lord's on him. The Lord's on him. I'm gonna desummon the artillery piece because he's a rush build. Thwot took a decent amount of damage, but I gotta really get out of here. We gotta skedaddle. This is not a pretty position to be in at all. I'm gonna need to get some Moonbird vortexes and all that. At the very least, we can fly back up into the skies. There you go. Pretty good wind blast. Should be able to help out. Cavalry's doing decent versus the clan rats, but I'm not controlling super well here. Come on. Come on, big boy. Get out of there. All right, Celestial General should be able to survive. He's committed most of his Rat Ogres over here, which is good. And then, of course, we have my archers. They'll be great. If I can get my Celestial General into those rat ogres and just bully them, then I think we may have a chance yet. It's gonna be a sketchy one though. He's gonna get the flensing on one of my birds, but this roar is about to annihilate him. Absolute annihilation as we just pile driver right into there. There's no way Thwart can really do anything because we have our range units here, and indeed that's a mass rout of rat ogres. It's a good start. It's not completely over yet. Value trading is very close, and of course we are triple capped. He is playing on my side of the battlefield though, so maybe it's not too bad. The balloons are really not cooking though. I'm gonna need to kill Thwart. I think that's my main out. I think I just have to kill Thwart. As soon as he's dead, everything else becomes much simpler, much easier. There's a good vortex. There you go. Thwart's taking a lot of damage from my archers. We can debuff him. We can give him everything. So it'd be pretty good vortex. There we go. Nice. Get another cav unit in. And it appears Thwart will be able to get out. He will be able to skedaddle. The damage from these archers is good though. And of course the Celestial General Terror is really nice, but will it be enough? Will it be enough? Thwart's getting real low. Of course my cavalry is just pummeling into him, but time is of the essence. I don't know. Let's get him over there. Let's get the general on Gorich, I guess. Get the birds on Thwart. Come on, come on. Come on, you darn balloons. Get them. General's doing pretty well. Nice. All right, Thwart's gone. That's huge, actually. That's very huge. Very nice. All right. It's all about them recaptures then. And chasing off Thwart into the horizon. He has to go. He has to go. Come on, you darn bird. Oh, he rallies. What a guy. Thwart actually rallies. That's pretty terrifying. We got him to rout again, though. Very quick second rout. Okay. All right, all right. The balloons are poking at him. Being hit by range units does hurt your leadership. Okay, nice. All I gotta do now is recapture points and then we're fine. That's all I gotta do. As soon as Thwart is actually fully gone, we'll be goodies. And then victory shall be ours. Time is most definitely of the essence, but a lord loss is painful. Come on, balloons. All right, there's no way I'm killing Thwart, but I can definitely escort him off the battlefield. All right, let's go. Second horseman is in. The horsemen have arrived. Terror is abound. The balloons are progressing forwards. They're doing a great job. We're still chasing off Thwart. Hell yeah. And the crowmen can even get some bomb drops there. Very nice. There's so many units that are on the verge of fleeing the battlefield. It's kind of crazy. Okay, here we go. Storm vermin halberds. Oh boy. So I gotta get a sick bomb drop here. There we go. Come on. Gorge is down. Okay, I'll take that. All right, here we go. It's all hands on deck. I need as much capture weight as humanly possible here. I need Thwart off that darn battlefield. I gotta get him off. Do I have any units though? Do I have any units to summon in? It's gonna be very close. I capture my first point. I'm gonna need to capture the home point. Thwart is gone though. He is gone. So leadership is murdered for my opponent. You can see the Celestial General here just mass routing these fools. So I do have actual capture weight. I'm going to need to summon my cavalry though. I need to summon the cavalry. Oh my goodness. What a match. All right, here we go. Come on. Let's get on that point, man. Let's get on the point. Mass terror routes are here. That's good. I do have another moon flare. The balloons are doing okay. Come on. Time is of the essence. Let's get those buffs in. There you go. You love to see it. There's that debuff and a celestial sweep to get them off. And I'm gonna have 2 minutes here, right? Gonna have 2 minutes to capture this. Bird is the word. Should be able to roasty toasty those guys. All right, and I finally have some of my dudes back. Bird has successfully routed them off. I have 2 minutes. Get the cavalry in. Get the cavalry in. Use the bird. Terror rout them off. Oh my gosh, it all comes down to this. The balloons were a bad idea. They were a very bad idea. They made this way more difficult than I had any right being. All right, there we go. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I can capture that last point. So I have only a minute to try and secure it against all this Skaven. I have a minute. Celestial Roar won't even come off cooldown. I'm losing a lot of cavalry. Come on, come on. It's all hands on deck. This is the last point. I have to take this, and I have to take it quickly. Thankfully, the Celestial General's pretty good here. Come on. All cav on deck. 30 seconds. I don't think we're gonna make it. I don't think we're gonna make it. Oh my god, bro. Oh, I don't think we made it. Dude, those balloons. The balloons are so bad. Oh my gosh, yeah. Even if I route off all these guys, it's over. GG, well played. Dang. Dude, those balloons are so bad. They're so bad. Oh my god. I almost got it too. Technically, they got their value, but god, they have no presence. They have no presence. B6 greater than Charix confirmed. Dude, oh my gosh. It's a good melee build. Gorge is pretty spicy. Routing off the thought was good. I wasn't able to finish him off though. Nice haircut, thank you. Dang. Dude, oh my god. They might have been able to route Thwart, but like, holy crap. They take so long to get the value back. This one didn't even get its value. I think I'm gonna have to backburner this that suggestion, the Sky Lantern Max. It's just so bad. Holy crap. Well, GG. I know they're actually the worst. No use. The Sky Junks are very good though. Sky Junks are amazing. Let's see. Range units did okay. Honestly, a very close match. A very, very close match. Love the Celestial General. I think I should have just been a little bit more aggressive about my moon flares. I think it was still very winnable. But yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. We move on. We move on. We'll be casting the semifinals. Let's advance the top 4. And then we can cast some semis, the finals, and we can call it a day. What were the Skaven reinforcements? Mostly melee, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, just some melee and some skirmishers. He had some storm vermin. He didn't really do that much though. Dang, that's crazy though. That's crazy. Oh wait, no, we gotta wait. Gotta wait for somebody to host the semifinal games. Let's see here. Wednesday top 4. So we go here. So you're up against Lemur's Bane. Lobby code, please. So I gotta go and edit this here tournament, and then we'll get these. At least a positive win rate for Cathay, yeah. I think we just got screwed by the balloons, though. The matches are still very close with Cathay. It always seems to come down to a capture point race at the end. But, yeah, I really do like the Moonbirds. I think the Moonbirds are great. Let's see here. Matches. When's the next big tournament? So Turin's the one that hosts big tournaments. B6 says I can take his spot because he has to drop. Alrighty. Well, now I feel weird about this. Let's see here. So right now I'm in the semifinals. He didn't play against his opponent yet. I guess he'll play versus Lemurs. Do I don't know. I'll put it up to a poll. Put it up to a poll because as a tournament admin, I'm way too biased, right? Play. Should I play? Should I get the tourney revive and play versus Lemurs, or send or give him semis win? Question mark. I could also do it where I don't know, we'll see. I'll give it a vote. B6 says he has to drop. We'll put it to a vote. Seems like people want the tourney revive with B6 dropping. Alright. Okay, we're up. B6 drops. Another redemption. Another chance at double. What if I revive, but I still have to take double Sky Lantern? What does it mean giving it to Lemur's Bane? So Lemur's Bane is my next, would be my opponent in semifinals. It would have been B6 versus Lemur Bane, but unfortunately not. Meaty Dangler, we didn't start yet. I think he didn't know we had a tiebreaker. You can start your match now. Or if he drops, you can take the win. If he didn't message, you can take the win. All right, looks like Meaty Dangler moves forward. So it's gonna be Meaty versus Halidin. Me versus Lemur's Bane then, most likely. The Skaven were betrayed by the Skaven post-battle. Damn, that's kind of disappointing. I think if I do win this, it doesn't feel right to take it to count it as a tournament win. So I'll play it for the fun of playing it, but I'm not gonna give myself a tournament win when we technically lost. I think that way there's no conflict of interest. We're here to play Cathay anyways. And of course we're gonna leave that win-loss as 3-2. Alright, Lemur's Bane, we're up. He also has to go? Oh my god. Lemur's Bane also has to go? What is this? What is this? I'm gonna win the tournament by everyone just defaulting? Alright, so anyone that can replace him? Should I give Halidin's opponent a revive too, since Lemur's Bane dropped? Would that be fair is fair? should I also give the Lidden's opponent a revive, since we only have 3 people in top 4 otherwise? I'll give it a poll. Sorry, Twitch chat. Looks like people are saying also yes. Okay. So you and your opponent will both make it to top 4 since Lemurs dropped. Winner gets to choose to face either me or Meaty. Loser faces the other person. All right, everybody gets a revive. All right, so Lidden is still in, but on the other side of the bracket, you get to choose to face either me or Meaty. Janky tournament, hella janky tournament. Loser bracket type tourney. Yo, this is crazy. So Charx, so Charx and Halidin are both going to stay in the tournament, and they get to, because Charx won, he gets to choose who he wants to face. Either he can go up against Meaty Dangler or myself. These tournaments are mostly for fun anyway, so it's fine. You get a revive. You get a revive. I just need them to respond. Both players have not responded to me yet, Charx and Halidin. They will be the ones facing against myself and Meaty Dangler. Meaty Dangler, I made the announcement in announcements tourney. Literally in the announcement section. He still needs to choose. Okay, Charx, he'll play Meaty. Sounds good. Your verse me then. All right, sick. We did it. So revives abound. Charx is facing the Meaty Dangler, and Halidin is facing me. Sounds good to me. Fair is fair. Everybody got the revives. All right. So Meaty Dangler versus Charx. I can't believe Charx doesn't want to face me. What is this? He doesn't want to face the full force of tryhard Cathay. Let's see here. Alrighty. So Halidin is versus me. And I'm Grand Cathay. There we go. All right, we managed to get a fairly good top 4 then. So Charx is versus Meaty Dangler. All that set up. And against Lemur's Bane. Let's take a look-see. Me and Charx are both at 17 wins, by the way. So if he wins this, he'll be past me. He's dwarves. Grand Cathay versus dwarves. Oh boy. I might still get knocked out, guys. Halidin. There we go. All right. So dwarves. I'm pretty sure the double balloon strat is not good versus dwarves. I am actually rather positive of that. So we're not going to throw this time. We're going to go back to Try Hard City. And then we'll be good. More rust maxing, more cav maxing. I'm not sure yet. It really depends on the map, I'd say. I think it entirely depends on the map. So I'll ban Dunes of Cain. So either Dried Floodplain or Decrepit Moor. I actually did have a really nice Cav Max Cathay build against dwarves. Let me see if I can remake that. But the general idea was I had like some sick crane gunner plays. It was glorious. You just Cav Max, you shoot them with crane gunners. Easy peasy lemon squeezy win. I should probably save the build. It is just that good. Let's see here. I do think I want double Arcane Phoenix. He wants to play Decrepit Moor. Alrighty. You've not seen Halidin in a long time. I guess I haven't really played him that much. Let's see. So I need some Chromin. Money-wise, things is it's a little awkward getting the money just right. What else did I want versus dwarves? Oh, I do need a spellcaster. Plague of Rust, I think, is the best spell versus dwarves. It just does a lot of damage. Makes your cav charges oh so mighty. Perfect spend up top, more or less. Chromin are super important versus Slayers, by the way. I would highly recommend maxing out on Chromin. And then the rest is just making sure that you can shoot them to death. Yeah, I think this was my Grand Cathay versus Dwarves build. Alright. Let's do it. Alright, peace out, Trizik. Get some sleep, man. Oh my goodness. 29 hours? Jeez. Head-to-head campaign tournament win. That seems very involved. Alright, here we go. So this is kind of like the mini losers bracket. Me versus Halidin. Let's see how it goes. Same map as last time. Facing off against the Dread Dowie. They're very good at capturing points. Which is why we've started out with the maximum number of peasantry horsemen. Celestial General, lots of damage. He can bully dwarves. Then we got a bunch of cavalry over here. Ready? Good luck, have fun. The idea is we just capture the points very quickly. I have my trusty cannon in reserves. It'll be great. We got a good old cannon. I'm gonna use it to brutalize the enemy. If he has cannons himself. But the main tool here to win is gonna be crane gunners, because they can just shoot up dwarven infantry. They can just blast them. And he can't really rush me down because he's going to be eating Plague of Rust and cavalry charges. soon as he's ready, though. We wait. Any moment now. A lot of... You know, there actually weren't that many super scary factions today, were there? No, like, Ogre Kingdoms. No, like, you know... I guess there was the one Warriors of Chaos game. But even Warriors of Chaos aren't, like, super meta. No Beastmen or anything. Kind of surprising. Organ Guns! Whoa! Alright, so that's asking to get big rushed. He does have the Malachi, though. This is why we bought cannons. Yeah, I think the Organ Guns is absolutely the reason why I bought cannons. I don't fancy getting blasted into oblivion today. Cannons have spectacular range. And they should be able to get a good amount of work done. I also have a second Arcane Phoenix, which can do a lot of deeps. And then once I start blasting his organ guns will be good. If he summons a cannon to fight my cannon, I'm going to rush him with my cavalry. Because 2 organ guns and a cannon definitely just doesn't have enough oomph in them to do well here. He is moving up with his miners though. The Malachi is pretty jokes. A lot of people have been running Malachi because he increases the fire rate of your artillery and accuracy. Yeah. Reload skill and accuracy. He's quite the menace. And if you're not careful, he will absolutely crush your face. But here we go. Just some basic early game value trading. Just your run-of-the-mill value trades. Perfectly timed vortex over there. Didn't even have to swerve my, my bird. And I think we just use our artillery supremacy here, right? Bird's gonna need a land, though, against that artillery barrage. We don't want the bird to die. As long as it keeps moving, though, they shouldn't be able to actually hit it. And in fact, they'll be friendly firing their own forces. Pretty funny. I'll take that. There goes his artillery pieces. Taking a lot of damage to start off. And once his blasting charges are off the... Once the blasting charges are off the field, that's when we crush it. There you go. Crush him with the cavalry. There's our Plague of Rust. He's doing his best to keep the cannons alive and operational, but it just kind of makes his miners get obliterated here. Mass routes abound. Could even get into his backfield potentially. It's only 1 unit of Slayers. And I do also have Crane Gunners now, because he's not going to be able to rush me. Leadership Bomb is going great. Does this friendly fire? It doesn't. Okay, thank goodness. There we go. One of his organ guns is now shut down. Let's just keep pile driving in there with the cavalry. And I think we have a pretty good solid win here. This feels good. Dowie cannons win against Cathay cannons 1v1. But if he's spamming cannons, I can just rush him down. They don't really have the DPS. I do lose one of my cav units though. Unfortunate. My artillery piece is being silly. Love to see it. Love to see it. He has Grim Delvers. Okay. Gotta be a little wary of those guys. If they get a volley off on my lord, it's so over. Just gonna pull him back. Yeah, the Peasant Horseman backline dive was not the prettiest. And my cannons are still yet to fire. There you go. Now they're shooting. And they'll be able to annihilate those Grim Delvers. Not bad, not bad. There goes his artillery crews. Which means it is a simple matter of maxing out on the ranged units and the dwarves will go down. What are these? Bugmans. We'll just pull back. We are now the artillery dominant force in the match here. These cannons are apparently firing. Nice, they are. I'd love for them to shoot at the organ guns, if at all possible. And I can just slowly pick him off, because he can only really... He has to split his forces. What are these? Celestial Dragon Guard? Yeah, we'll be good. Feel like Slayers kill Cav faster than they can kill artillery. Yeah, they can. Really, the only way we're pulling out here or pulling things back is because the Slayers are kind of... They're kind of not doing anything if they're just sitting by the artillery. And my artillery can counterfire. So he just doesn't have enough forces here to actually defend. Presumably, he is grouping up fairly well in this position. I'm going to need to get that Plague of Rust. There you go. So that sandwich should get him dead. Value trading wise, though, it's not the prettiest. I definitely could be getting a little bit more value. I feel like my cannons are firing so slow, too. That part's a little unfortunate. This will be a pretty good Searing Doom. Very nice. There we go. And then I can use my Lord to Celestial Sweep and finish off those guys. This little force here, I can mostly ignore. I swear, these cannons are not shooting. There we go. Okay, no, they are. Maybe it's just because I'm knocking the sound effects with them. Need those sound effects. All right, here we go. Let's get that Celestial Sweep going. We'll send them right in there. You should disengage. I should unsummon that. Okay, there's the removal of ITP, so Bugman should rout. And the Slayers are just taking too much shock damage, right? There's the Celestial Sweep. He's really pushing this point, though. I don't like that. With the second Crane Gunner, though, I should be able to shoot up the miners off the battlefield. One Organ Gun is already down. That's everything I really need. I will say these Slayers are being way more problematic than I gave them credit for. So he may actually be able to win this if I'm not ultra careful. Celestial Dragon Guard doing good, though. I should be able to use some of these Peasant Horsemen to kill them. A lot of my range units are doing great. Oh man, my Lord's taking massive damage though. Let's pull him back. And okay, he is now out of artillery. Okay. All right. Let's dismount, pull back. And we'll just let our Crane Gunners cook from here on out. Very sketchy game though. Very sketchy game. I think I didn't play it perfectly. And we're kind of being punished for that now. Alright, here we go. So that's a good route. Let's keep blasting him. He does have a double cap on me too. That's not very pretty. Let's bring in these guys. He's going to triple cap me too. Oh my goodness. Alright. I need to get a big bomb drop here. Alright, alright. So that's one route. Very good. A lot to micro here. Certainly a lot to micro. That'll be a pretty good bomb drop, though. I think I didn't really get a lot of work done with the Crane Gunners, since I didn't really defend them very nicely. And that's hurting me here. That'll be a pretty good Searing Doom, at least. The bomb drops were okay. Most of the Slayers are down, which is all that really matters for me. So as long as I recapture this point, we'll be good as. Sketchy match indeed, though. It's a very sketchy match. Crap, he got some Slayers on my bird. He got Slayers on my bird. He's full pushing to that point, so he really just wants that double cap. In these types of situations, what you want to do is capture one point first and then go for the other one later. These Slayers, actually, I'm going to go for the miners instead. Come on, just man the artillery. There we go. Alright, here we go. Get the bird. Bird is the word. There we go. It's a good vortex. Capture point number 1. Shall be mine. Alright. Alright. Very sketchy indeed. But we have captured our first point. Got to dismount the artillery again. Very unfortunate. We've, okay. We have our general in here. We have a bird. He can use another celestial sweep. That's great. This capture weight's going very slow though. Come on, I can't afford to let him just capture that. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. So the artillery crew might go down. But I do still have my ranged. I do still have my bird. And I just gotta stop him from capturing this point. Most of this cavalry is too beat up to really do anything, so I'm just gonna desummon them. And then resummon them for the big hold on this point. We know the crane gunners will do well here. And getting the deeps on them. But, yeah, this is very sus. Do I have peasant horsemen? Dude, I have nothing to summon in. Bro is actually cooking. Okay, that celestial roar will do good though. All right, come on, dragon crossbows, you got this. This is a pretty good volley over there. Get another volley over there. I can't afford to let him capture that point. Clock's ticking though. I'm actually gonna have to move up with the crane gunners to try and secure the point a little bit faster. Okay, there you go. So celestial roar does terror out him. Nice, nice. I gotta get the celestials there. Celestials are doing the bestest. I'm just gonna have to summon in cavalry. I can't afford to let him take the point. Let's see here. Bro, he might actually win this. He might actually win this. Oh, geez. Okay, so the celestials do hold that far point. Thank goodness. Okay. I just gotta capture this point in a decent amount of time. And then we're goodies. I have the cavalry. I just need the capture weight. Capture weight's incoming very soon. All right. Here we go. I'll have that celestial sweep very soon. And then that should rout them off. Which means that it's just the final point. Cathay always with the very slow point captures. He gets a blasting charge volley off, which brutalizes my cavalry. We'll see if this is enough to actually hold it though. What a terrifying match. Oh boy. All right, here we go. So I'm bomb dropping him first. This should be enough though. Okay, yeah, it is enough. Thank goodness. All right, here we go. Cav spam. Cav spam into the horizon. Okay, there we go. Crowmen need to stall them. Okay, another celestial roar. That's good. I need the terror outs. I absolutely need the terror outs to win this. Okay, there we go. He's trying to push through with his miners. There's the terror route though. Okay, very nice. There's the full route. Okay, all right. This time around I have a little bit more time than last time. Nice. All right, all right. Jeez. Okay, I have 2 minutes. I have 2 minutes to clear them off and recapture everything. 2 long minutes to try and re-secure this game. This is the Skaven match all over again. Celestial Roar will help. Of course, we'll have many a cav unit here clutching it. Let's debuff them. Shoot them up. A couple slayers are not a big deal. Alrighty. Alrighty. We can use our celestials to fight slayer pirates. Okay. We're gonna use these crane gunners to capture that point. And then I'm going to use crowmen to stop his blasting charges, I think. So there's the last celestial sweep just to get him off of my cavalry so we can actually continue our progression here. Time is of the essence though, so we brought in an iron drake already. I'm gonna have some horsemen. 60 seconds is how much time I have left against 4 units of infantry. That's a lot of infantry. Oh, that's a lot of infantry. Oh, I don't have a lot of time left. Oh my god, bro. Not again. Not again. Dude, I have 30 seconds. All right, I just have to pile driver onto the point. There's nothing else about it. So we're just gonna go in for the deep dive. We're just gonna hope for the best. Hope that it's enough capture weight. 20 seconds though. Oh, it's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna be enough. The dwarves are actually gonna win it. Oh my gosh, dude, what a crazy match. What I should have done is hunker down on 1 point though. I should have hunkered down on just the home point and not let him take it. Dang. All right. Well, I think we got what was deserved. Cathay win rate now 50%. That were too strong. I actually really didn't like the Moonbird. I think this is a match where you don't use the Moonbird. I gotta update it. Moonbird's not worth. GG, well played. What you really want? I still think the Celestial General is great. Dang, yo, he pulled it back. All right, so you don't take the Moonbird. What you really want is more capture weight, and then I think you're fine. Let's see here. More capture weight, more shooty. Something like cannon plus a Jade Warrior crossbow. You just go for the mobility max, and then you just spam out a bunch of crossbows, and I think that's basically all you need, right? Dang, well played though. Well played. Skaven Dwarves finals, all calculated. Yo, Charix, I'm ready for it. All right, you guys can join the Ent lobby while I finish up making this build, and then we can cast the grandest of finals. Skaven vs Dwarves is really Skaven favored. I would be interested to see what Halidin has in store. All right, yeah, I gotta get rid of this Phoenix first though. So get rid of the Phoenix, get some crossbows, get some grand cannons. I do need something for the blasting charges and a little bit of terror. Although it's mostly just killing them. Terror doesn't really do much. I think I do just need like another... Yeah, just another crane gunner. Maybe one Jade Warrior for capture weight. I'd rather get like anything else though, other than a Jade Warrior. The shotguns don't do very well versus dwarves. The hitboxes are small. Okay, I can get rid of one cannon there though. Get a bird. I think the cannons... I think having too many cannons actually feels like bait. Like I should not have that many. Get a crossbow. All right. Oh yeah, I should get the Righteous Lances. Righteous Lances of Wei Jin. And yeah, all right. Yeah, there we go. Saving this as my Grand Cathay vs Dwarves. That should do. Let's go ahead and spectate. And then finish up this here tournament. Spec slot, please. Here we go. All right, spec slot is open. Let's do it. Is Charix gonna win? Does this mean Cathay is not meta? Maybe this is proof that Cathay isn't meta. I feel like I kind of goofed with them though. I feel like the ladder matches I kind of goofed with them. I'm pretty sure that pretty sure they can reliably beat dwarves. I don't know. Those organ guns were really, they took a really long time to kill. They took ages to kill, man. They forced out my cannons. And then my cannons didn't really do them that much versus the rest of his infantry. We'll see. We'll see. Not my best Grand Cathay showing though. Skaven's gonna massacre them though. Charg's gonna annihilate them. Yeah, so the Moonbird Vortex, it does get spell resisted by the dwarves. Why did Lemur not advance? He had to tap out. Something came up. Yeah, I think the Moonbird Vortex, it doesn't really do much versus the Dwarf Warriors. I think the Moonbird is total bait versus dwarves. I think as soon as I get rid of that Moonbird and I have an extra 1,500 gold worth of shooting, insta win. I did also throw it at the beginning. And considering how close the game was, if we play it out well, I think we'll be fine. You know, Peasant Archers would not be the worst versus Slayers, actually. That'd be pretty high. I also lost my caster. I lost a lot of units early on. Misplays. Playing on Creeping Swamp. Nice. Yeah, more crane gunners. More crane gunners is great. Might even be better than the Celestial Dragon Guard. You were a VP main? Yeah, I used to be a Vampire Coast main, but that was like actually 3 years ago. The fire weakness to cancel out the spell resist? Oh my god, with the Peasant ROR. Ah. Pro plays. Yo, it'd be crazy though if Halidin wins this. What would be the best for Skaven? I think Gyrocopters and Slayers are a nice way. Gyrocopters and Slayers is like a nice out versus Skaven if they're rather unprepared. If he just goes for a standard build, I think he's screwed. Maybe there's some artillery shenanigan or like Gyrocopter summons that do something here. Sky Junk with tank cannon? No, it doesn't tank cannons very well. That's like saying a mammoth can tank a cannon. It's very cost inefficient. Jet Lion shred magic resist, but that's not making a big enough difference. I'm not really using magic to win this. Thunder Barge. You know, what does Skaven do against a Thunder Barge? I guess they have Giselles. But yeah, I think to play against dwarves, you have to capture 1 point and basically army wipe them with your crane gunners. Playing for all the points was a big misplay on my part, because then I ended up getting triple capped. I thought he wouldn't be able to rush, but he did. He did. I know what's Chark's gonna do. What's he gonna do? Well, so isn't another tournament today? No. I guess I'm editing after this. It could zap zap. Zap zap cannons are okay. I wouldn't take them versus dwarves though. They don't really outtrade cannons. Even if they are more accurate because of the gold chevrons, cannons are way smaller. Warp lightning cannons, I think, are amongst the probably the biggest artillery in the game. Might be even bigger than trebuchets. So cannonballs just wreck them. You hate the Thunder Barge, had an awful experience with them while playing Slanesh. Some factions don't really have ways to deal with the Thunder Barge. especially in land battle. If it's in domination, you can counter it by capturing all the points, but it's pretty brutal to go up against. If Cathay had a chariot, I don't think Cathay would do that much differently. Well, actually, no. Chariots are really good for capture weight and infantry clear. That's true. Yeah, if Cathay had like a 750 gold chariot, it'd be pretty brutal. I didn't give them the best showing, though. I didn't give them the best showing. Too many losses. Full tryhard, though, they can do pretty well. The fact that we beat Charix' Skaven today makes me feel satisfied. At least. I feel satisfied with the outcome. Oh boy, they're ready. Alright, so this is a really bad matchup for Dwarves. It will all be determined by how Halidin manages it. He has the double Thane. Queek Head Taker, actually a meta option versus Dwarves. Let's go. Assassin. All right, so he's on the Thane hunt. Plague Monks. Okay. All right there, buddy. ROR Death Runner, dude. Yo. Oh my gosh. What a classic counterpick matchup. Now I still think he's dead. I still think Halidin's absolutely gonna get massacred. We're seeing double bolty. Some dwarf warriors, lots of ranged firepower. Charix though is going for the fun build. Natty Boobos, Jazales, Avalanche Mortars, Death Globes, Plague Priest with some summons, Plague Monks, Skaven Slave Slingers, Death Runner. Dude, the regiments of renown are through the roof. And this is legitimately not a meme build versus Dwarves. Dwarves don't have a lot of answers for this. So we'll see how it goes. The reason Queek's so good, by the way, armor piercing bonus versus infantry 35, melee attack is 66. He literally has 101 melee attack against dwarven infantry. And he can reduce their melee defense by 40. And he can increase his melee attack by 24. No amount of melee defense will stop Queek from killing your infantry characters. The only reason we don't see Queek more often is because no one runs infantry characters but dwarves. Now, as you can see, the Thane, they usually have an absurd amount of melee defense at a massive 55. But against 101, I think Queek is going to have almost a 99% or 90% hit chance. Now, Vikstrin's Death Squad, they also got a massive amount of anti-infantry. They cleave through even Longbeards. And they're going to be marching forwards to potentially catch out either the Rangers or the Miners. He reveals his position by capturing the point. And he goes for the Miners, not knowing that there were Rangers. And they're going to be firing away. Unfortunately for the Rangers, it's kind of hard to actually shoot at these guys. They're fast. They're chasing down the Miners. Line of sight issues make them do big arcs of fire. And you can see the damage is pretty high. Weeping Blade reduces armor down to 40. And that's a pretty good pick already for Charix. Now they're going to be trying to go back into stock mode as the Assassin continues to run Disruption. He does not have nearly the sniping prowess of Queek, but his Assassin's Trophy makes sure that Queek will win any fight that he decides to take. Over on the far side, Minor Blasting Charges. Trying to get into position. They got to make sure they don't get overwhelmed though. Plague Monks, I believe, should trade quite well into them. And his bolt throwers just aren't really doing much. They're just kind of far away, chilling, relaxing. Assassin gets slowed though. Master Rune of Slowness. Oh my god, the Blasting Charge volley. Just to get that little bit more chip damage in. But will the Death Globes get work done? It appears so. Holy crap. Yeah, a lot of people wanted to see Avalanche Mortars. There you go. Insta route on the Rangers. Devastation across the board. Blasting charges use their volley on Skaven slaves, only for the plague monks to come on in. Avalanche mortars again. You can't dodge if you're routing. Too fearful to actually zigzag. Oh my goodness. One whole ranger is down. And now the big fight. An assassin versus a rune lord. Assassin will probably lose that. Rune lord has high armor. Doesn't take a lot of damage from the assassin. But if he just keeps eating avalanche mortars, it's not going to be pretty. Skaven slaves will happily throw their lives away into blasting charges. Technically, they don't lose a lot of entities either. So, you know, it's probably easier to convince them to just march straight to their deaths. As the, oh my gosh, he took all the Skaven units with dwarf in their name. Dwarf thing menace. He has a dwarf gouger. I think that's literally it. But this is looking pretty bad. Big catch on the left hand side. Dwarves are very wide right now, which does not favor them very well. Plague monks are diving on in onto the rangers. Looks like they are now routed. And even a Skaven, no, a clan rat summon. Summoned in to deal with the bolt throwers. Now, unfortunately for them, they're kind of timing out. Maybe they were to fight other units, I don't know. He also accidentally friendly fires his plague monks. Kind of disappointing. But Vixen's death squad continues to live. Oh, Doomseeker is always interesting. Clan rats die. It's kind of weird how summons work. I don't know why they just randomly die, but they do. Big rout over here. Doomflayers are killing off the right flank. But the value trading's actually quite close. Plague monks are kind of being disappointing. This one has 45 value. This one has 96. And they're already dead. If there's one thing that we can judge Sharks for, it's running plague monks. They're so bad. He just needed more death runners. But, you know, let a man have a little bit of fun. As the Dwarfing Menace has deleted the blasting charges. But how will he deal with the Doomseekers? Doomseekers are anti-infantry, unbreakable slayers with massive stats. They're basically the Wrathmongers of the Dwarves, but they don't like taking damage. As Doomflayers take off a third of their HP. Doomflayers themselves, though, getting a little caught up. But with all this focus fire, slingers, avalanche mortars, and Jezzails, can these slayers truly hold up? Looks like they're doing not bad, but the damage is starting to stack up. Down to 1/3 HP. Definitely a big loss for the Dowie. As the assassin even rallies. Dwarves are going to have a hard time actually capturing points here, though. There's not a lot of anti-infantry around right now. Thane did rally. Queek is... oh, no. Queek is on their lord. Okay. So Queek, no. Going for the Thane. Looking for the execution. 15 melee defense Thane against 50 melee attack Queek. 35 bonus versus infantry. My bad. 68 melee attack with a good dwarf gouger. 35 bonus versus infantry. That means that he has like almost 100% chance to hit this Thane. Every single attack will be landing. And as you can see, he's getting chonked. There's another hit. Another attack, another hit. Another attack, another hit. Dwarf Thane got nothing on Queek. Oh my god, he lands every single hit. Massive damage on the Thane. And he's going to be routing for the hills. Brutality from the Queekinator. Gotta love that anti-infantry. Oh my god, and the Rattling Gunners. He summons in Rattling Gunners of all units. Dang, gets a massive mortar volley on the Rangers. Those avalanche mortars are cooking. Man, Skaven vs. Dwarves is where all the fun Skaven tools come out, isn't it? This guy's getting suppressed. He's getting shot up. Yes, he might have the Rune of Negation. But it doesn't really matter, does it? What, like, you know, you're just getting shot to bits anyways. He's routing. Though he does technically live thanks to the Rune of Negation. He wasn't taking like no damage from the Rattling Gunners, but Queek's gonna eat him up. Meanwhile, the Jezzails are still alive, despite getting focus fired by the bolt throwers. They have gone a decent amount of value, but artillery, always very lackluster in Warhammer. He still has his Plague Priest too, so Rangers will have a hard time. And the classic Charx micro, keeping those Dwarfing Menace chariots alive. The Vixtrin's Death Squad is back. And he even brings in the dogs. Glorious dogs. They're really good at chasing off Rangers. Really good at chasing down bolt throwers. It's a good time overall. What they do to the Rattling Gunners? Dude, the Rattling Gunners, I don't know, man. They have no armor piercing. They have terrible line of sight. Although usually they end up shooting. But they just have no armor piercing. They really need armor piercing to be worth their while. Although, honestly, we didn't see that many Rattling Gunners even in Warhammer 2, so... They might have just always sucked. Good bolt door shot on the Dwarfing Menace, though. Oh, goes for the nasty D summon. Is it gonna get cancelled by the doggos? He's not gonna get that much money back. He only gets some mighty, oh, okay, about 200 supplies for that D summon. Genuinely not bad, but his lord is dead. Queek has annihilated him. At 1,100 value, Queek is happy. He got his value's worth. Grim Delvers fighting doggos. Still focus firing Queek. Will they actually get the snipe? The target fire. They're ignoring the dog fight to get a few shots on Queek. He dives into the dwarf warriors to use them as human shields. Dwarven shields, I guess. And the Grim Delvers, they finish off the dogs, but a second one arrives, and Queek looks like he will probably live. Dang, Plague Monks rally though. For anyone, oh dang, Plague Monks actually got value. One of them got 970 value, holy crap. But anyways, that was gonna be game. Dang, he actually got value with the Plague Monk. Yo, and Charks wins a tournament with Skaven. Love to see it. Obviously, Avalanche Mortar is great. This is a terrible match for Dwarves. Bolt Dwarves did okay. Which Plague Monk did it? Yeah, this one. Did they get resummoned or did they chase something down? I still hate Plague Monks. They still didn't pay for themselves. Maybe just barely, if you combine their values. But I still really don't like them. I think Vikstrin's Death Squad is way better. Yeah, there's all the Death Runners in reserve. Okay. Maybe he didn't want to get hit by gyrocopters, and that's why you have them there. Overall, very good Skaven build. This is classic. Dwarves did their best, but it is indeed a terrible matchup. GG. Well played to Charks. Some very, very fun play today. We're gonna go ahead and go to the leaderboard. Make sure that he did get that win. That should put him in first place above me. So his tournament win should be at 18 now. It's very janky how Total Tavern works. I really hope that rework comes soon. But yes. Oh wait, no. No, he should be at 18. He should be at 18 tournament wins. Crap. He should be at 18. There we go. All right. Yeah, so Charks' tournament wins. It's looking right. He has surpassed us. But that's not the end of the world. GG. Well played, Charks. Well played. Kind of a janky tournament today, but we got there. Charks. Congrats on yet another win. At least I think I have it right. If you were at one more tourney win than me earlier at the start of today, let me know. I'm pretty sure I got it right though. I'm pretty sure I got it right. Back-to-back wins. So he's at 18 now. Terrifying. Anyways, I'm gonna call it a day for today. Hope you guys had a wonderful time watching some sick Cathay action, some sick Skaven builds, some sick Dwarf builds. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for yet more tournament action. And of course, thank you very much to all our supporters. I very much appreciate you guys. We don't have we don't have sponsorships, so it really is you guys helping the channel. Hopefully I can get all your crazy requests fulfilled sometime soon.